live from the World Trade Centers, 2001.
Oh, we're already starting hard.
Jesus.
Oh, it's the Irish episode of Black Tequila.
It just sounds like you have a speech impediment.
Well,
I can't believe
give it time. Give it time, and you have the Conor McGregor
This
go.
episode of Black Tequila, episode number 3. Andy had a stroke. Anyways,
What's up?
ahoy, matey, or whatever Irish people say.
Yeah.
what is so cool about being Irish?
top
I
of
don't
the
even
morning,
get it.
Toya? What are you?
St. Patrick's lame,
You're Polish, right?
German,
German.
and then
What's so cool about being German?
St. Patrick's Italian, actually.
we were the
Besides
best.
that awesome period of history,
We
that you
were
have.
pretty cool a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
For a
guys
good
started
stretch,
two-
he's running strong
we
there
were
for a
pretty
while.
cool. No, but that's only
There's
like
that one guy used to
a
paint
quarter.
pictures and make Volkswagens.
That was only like a quarter of my family. Like my mom's side is Czechoslovakian, maybe, and then my grandfather's like my dad's side is like German, and then honestly just American. Like my grandma's family fought in the Civil War. Like 7 dudes went north, 7 went south,
Right.
and then they all lived in like a hole in Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably had slaves. Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's you saying that, not me.
I mean, for
You're
the
getting
time.
canceled now. Getting canceled now.
We did the ancestry and actually traced it back, and somebody did have
Just
a
make sure you
large
say
farm.
ancestry, not ancestry.
Incest.
That's a dating site in West Virginia.
Hey, wonderful news, guys. My family all came here in like the 20s. I'm slave free. Applause for me, woke people.
Yeah, that's the best part when you're like, "Oh, my family came over the 1920s, so you really can't say shit."
Yeah, you can't say shit,
So
dude.
should we introduce our guest?
Yeah.
We have a guest, my brother, aka Bigger Hoss, Rob Rice, on the pod.
Woo! Woo!
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he's going to talk, but he'll throw in something.
Hey, listen,
dude,
this
he's
man
just
is
here
no
for the
stranger.
ad-libs.
This man is no stranger to performing because we've seen his zombie.
I
He was
just-
in a low budget zombie movie.
Dude, he'd be a terrifying zombie, dude.
What is it? What did you say? It's not a B movie. That's what
I would
F
say
movie?
it's very B movie.
Yeah. The B movie?
Yeah.
It's
You
right
know
at the
Jerry
top of the list
Seinfeld?
of B movies. It's not really. I mean, it's good for local people, but that's about it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, it's sold good overseas.
What
but
what role did you play? Just zombie?
I was a zombie.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
zombie.
Younger, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago.
You
right?
just keep getting cool rap that like you're a Rob Rice, aka Big Zombie. That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, you're bigger Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
He's like in the first like
Do you have a
opening.
Dragula?
He's like within the opening 5 minutes of the movie. He's the first zombie that attacks the crew.
Yeah.
The most important one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it
you
wasn't
made the
bad.
poster, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. You were also you also worked the boom mic, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much everything in there, filming wise, and all
Anything that
stuff.
required a height.
Holding the mic sucks, doesn't it? The
It
boom.
does.
Yeah, like I had to do that for like a sketch recording for a class I was in, and my arms got tired because I kept having to like get it like way. Did you have to hold it like way up? Or
Yeah,
did
because you have to get it up to a certain
Yeah.
point where you're right over top of them, hearing everything,
Yeah,
and then
it's just like just say it right.
How many times does it look like in Black Dynamite when he's talking
It's
and
just
you see
coming
the
down
boom
and
mic? He's like
bouncing
looking
off
up.
their head, kind of deal.
My favorite part of that. Did you ever see that movie, Josh?
I think so.
You gotta watch Black Diamond with Michael J. White. There's a scene in there where he's talking to like the woman that runs the brothel, and he's having a serious conversation. You start seeing the boom mic slowly come down,
Yeah.
and like you'll see him like as he's talking, like look at the boom mic, and it goes back up again.
That's fucking funny. Yeah.
I think I've seen parts or clips of it.
One of my favorite lines of that movie is the little girl walks by and she goes, "Hey," like or he's like, "Hey, this is my friend Black Dynamite," and she goes, "My mama says my daddy name's Black Dynamite," and the other girl goes, "My mama says my daddy's name's Black Dynamite," and she goes, "Hush up, little girl," because there's a lot of cats around here with the name Black Dynamite.
That's great.
What would your pit name be, Andy?
Big Hoss.
No. That sounds like a cop. If you're on the other side, if you're part of the underworld, what would your name be?
I have no idea. Well, Moss gave me that nickname when we worked at Perryman. He used to call me AR-15.
Why?
He's
Did
like,
it
"What
look
up,
able
A-"
to shoot the place
Because that was
up?
just my initials. He's like, "What up,
Oh,
AR?"
okay. I thought maybe you
yeah.
just had school. Like Andy, I love you, but you're way too fat to be a school shooter. Also a little old.
You
Dude,
get through one classroom like, oh,
Can you all guys just gather in the lunchroom or something
Yeah.
in the gym? Can we have like an auditorium day?
Listen,
Guys, stop running from me. I'm trying to murder you.
dude, listen, he would torture this
Catch
guy.
you on a dead end.
Dude,
Yeah, he's like,
I'd
where
be
do they
the
keep the-
I'd be the bathroom shooter because I'm not chasing you.
Yeah, just camping out like a Call of Duty.
In
map.
between classes, I'm getting everybody.
Yeah.
He's
Hear
too
me
much
out.
walking around to be a
So this is our
school
podcast so far. It's like, yeah, we own slaves. Hey, how would you? 9/11. We own slaves. This is how I would do a school shooting.
Can I
This
pitch
thing's
you
on the nightmare.
Can I pitch you a movie idea?
Yeah.
I think that we should get Macaulay Culkin to do a Home Alone version of a school shooting where he like has tricks and traps to get the school shooter, and then he gets him by the end.
Yeah.
His mom shows up in here. Kevin.
Yeah,
But that'd almost just be like a Predator movie at that point, or like
Predator.
yeah, Alien or something. Yeah.
No, could you imagine like the dudes with the AR-15 and a bunch of marbles come out and he's just like, whoa, and the gun just starts shooting
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. It just starts bump stock fight.
Call it homeschooled.
Yeah.
I can't wait till Daily Wire makes their version of Alien versus Predator, and it's just an immigrant versus a sexual predator.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much on par with what. Like, what's that other movie they made where Ted Cruz did a cameo?
Oh,
Did you see that?
Lady Ballers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one where they all pretended. They said we all identify as women, and they went and played basketball for and it was like beating these women's teams.
Yeah, but it looked like a movie that my dad and uncle would have wrote.
Yeah, it was. It
It's
was
like a,
there was all
it's
these
like an old guy wet dream.
Yeah. There's like all these conservative cameos and stuff.
Those are good people. This is a conservative podcast.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's right,
conservative.
yeah,
We're
these
not
are all my
liberal
homies.
podcast anymore.
No, after Andy's takes, it really flipped me.
Yeah, yeah.
Which takes.
No comment.
Yeah, no problem at all. More conservative now. We switch every episode.
Build a wall, dude. That's what we
Yeah,
need is a
build a
wall.
wall.
Yeah,
We should drain the Rio.
Yeah, drain that swamp.
it would just turn into like a pebble pond.
I think our border needs more cages.
What do they put the buoys? They should just put just buoys everywhere, dude. Almost make it like a what's that show on like cable TV? Is it like Whiplash or something where they or
Oh,
Wipeout? They should make a wipe. That's what they should do. Put 10 cameras on an area. If they get across Wipeout, then they're
Then you earn the
American
right to
citizens.
get in.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's fair.
They
And
should
then
put,
whatever money they make from it, they give to the people that win. So then we have to stop taking it from taxpayers'
Yeah,
dollars.
hell yeah.
Because this is a conservative podcast and it's bullshit.
Yeah,
I
they,
think
get,
that
they
we-
get the money off of YouTube views. That way they make money off of it.
Yeah,
and then-
stop, instead of our pockets, Joe Biden.
what I
Yeah.
actually
Hell
think,
yeah.
what I think we
Yeah.
should do is have
FJB.
Nickelodeon. We should put on Nickelodeon so they have to run through a giant nose at the end and get slimed.
That's how you get. That's how you know you made it
Yeah.
as a citizen when you get slimed at the
yeah,
end.
woo.
It's like the old
Can we
Double
get the guy
Dare.
from Legends of the Hidden Temple to cast it.
Oh yeah, you
yeah.
gotta have like guys watching like, oh, is this guy gonna make it?
Okay, here's the thing.
No!
You don't have to swim through a river anymore. You just have to run through a waxy ear. That's how we're going to solve the
Dude,
water crisis.
Remember the old shit Double Dare, like how it was?
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
That's how they have to do it.
Yeah. Essentially gladiators for children, but for immigrants.
Oh, dude, that's what we need. Not border patrol guys. We need American gladiators.
There's like real like alligator pits they have to go through. And
Yeah.
Today's
Yeah,
Officer Ice.
I mean,
Yeah,
Migrant
exercise.
Squid Game would be top-notch TV.
What? Squid Game?
But Migrants?
Migrants.
It's like, here's Louise from Venezuela trying to... And she's like, I just want to get help my family.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, play, that fucking the turnaround game. Cut the star out of this cookie, bitch.
Yeah. That was nerve-wracking.
Could you imagine, like,
That
they have
was-
teams of tug of war and they fall into the pit and die?
That was the one show I didn't watch, only because I was like, I'm not watching something.
Squid
Do you,
Game thing? I
do
never
you should
watched
watch
it.
at the end, like the bad guys come, they're just Americans that look like you, but 60.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be like a season 2 for that.
Yeah,
so it's
I
like,
hope
what do you
so.
do if it ends? Like,
Dude, Korea has like some of the best fucking films and movies now. It's fucking awesome. You see that
True.
Parasite, dude? Oh my
the
god.
zombie one, I think was on Netflix.
The Train to
that's-
Busan or something.
Well, that's a good movie, but there was a TV show where a bunch of kids, like a zombie outbreak happened, a bunch of kids got locked in a classroom, and they were trying to get out of the classroom, and it was actually pretty sick
Yeah.
because like they saw their friends, and they're like of course it's Korea, they're fast moving zombies, they're
Yeah.
infected. It's kind of
yeah.
That's my worst fear.
That bums me out every time.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I'm instantly dead. I'm just food.
Yeah, that's what I said. I can't do nothing with the fast zombies.
You're
I'm
watching
done.
Game of Thrones?
He's gonna
Yeah.
You'd be like the
fist
ogre
fight.
at Game of Thrones where you're just like swiping them
That's
away
what I would do.
and
Just-
dying at the
Yeah.
end.
I'm getting a gun or big something to where I can swing, and because I'm not running for nothing.
Yeah, because like you watch Night of the Living Dead, they're the slow moving zombies where they're just like, oh, I could just push this guy
Shaun
and
of
run
the Dead.
away.
Did you know how they modeled those? Like
The-
zombies before were supposed to be like witchcraft, like people just
Yeah.
brought back. But like that shit, like that whole like the modern zombie.
That's when
thing,
we got science.
Yeah, but like, well, how he made them walk is he went to like mentally handicapped like homes, and he took notes on how like Down syndrome people and stuff walked. But that's why zombies move like that and act like that's true. That's like not even a joke. That's like a real thing.
I know.
Was that fucking wild?
Because I'm just picturing some guy walking up and be like, do you have crayons?
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Did you ever see that video?
No.
No,
back-
I don't openly just Google Down syndrome.
Yeah,
No, no, this
yeah,
was
Andy.
fucking-
I don't
to
openly
make-
tard shame.
No, first of all, motherfuckers. This
Oh,
was
what's
on-
wrong, Andy? Are
This
you
was
getting
on
red
Inst-
over there?
Yeah, are you racist
red
against
because-
retards?
I got. Oh, you said the all word. I'm mad. No, first of all, it's the it's
He doesn't want to have a job. I don't think.
No, this is like the rapper tattoo.
Hey, this is why I'm
Face
not
thing.
getting Walmart.com.
Hey, don't,
Hey,
don't
this is
mention
your
that.
Walmart.com. It's okay. You can dub it in later.
Yeah,
You'd be like,
yeah.
this is why I'm not getting Walmart.com.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
No, you just do. This is why I'm not getting Casey's.
Yeah,
Like that would be a lie.
this is why I'm not getting Shannon's barbershop.
That was the best one when someone's like, or Chuck was on here about the barbershop.
Yeah, let's just bring that back up. See, you gotta learn how to.
Dude, what are you trying to burn all your bridges, Andy?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it, so we're fine.
They're not bringing that midget back, are they?
No,
What,
Casey's
Casey's?
doesn't even open up on Sundays. Sometimes there was supposed to be an open mic there, and they didn't tell Chuck who hosted that they weren't opening today. So he just goes down there and they're closed.
Yeah, you got to hear his story about Casey's. It's one of the best stories. It's one of my
Oh,
favorites.
Yeah, you have you're prejudiced against midgets.
No, he's terrified.
I'm
Like,
not prejudiced against them. I mean,
You just don't like seeing them in person.
I don't like them at all. I mean,
What if like two of them stacked on top of each other? Would you be more comfortable?
no,
What if one of them? What if one of them married your daughter?
nah,
No.
we're not gonna have that. No, because
That's
I
so
mean,
funny, like, the
everybody
black guy,
automatically
as long as he's
says,
6 foot.
everybody automatically says, "Why are you scared of midgets?"
What's okay? So what's?
And here's my thing: is why are people scared of spiders? Why are you scared of a spider?
I guess a little person would be much more dangerous than a spider.
Exactly.
Spider can't use a handgun or drive a truck.
Right, a spider can bite you. They
Yeah.
can do the same goddamn. They could drive to your house,
Yeah,
and
spider.
they can fucking sneak into your house and get you. Why wouldn't you be scared of them?
Yeah, spider can't chase you down on a bobcat.
Right.
All right?
Little people, I guess, are. I don't know. I
They're
don't.
freaky as fuck.
one of my favorite stories is that they said they took him to a bar and said, "Hey, there's like a midget that works here," and he was standing there. And
No,
he
we
goes,
went for a bachelor party.
Yeah, but who was it that tugged on the back of your shirt and you yelled at the waitress?
Oh yeah, I
was
cussed
that
the
at?
waitress out. We was up at it's Frankie Eyes now, but we was up there like the end of the year like party kind of thing, and like they all knew because they used to fuck with me all the time, and then we got up there, and then they paid the bartender to come up and like she pulled on my shirt, and I looked around like that, and then I looked down and seen her standing there, and like I freaked out because I just thought he was a midget.
Yeah.
And then she stood up and like was laughing. Then I ended up
Thank God.
like I was already like half drunk.
Yeah.
So like I cussed her out and everything else, and then I felt bad.
Yeah.
And they was all laughing. They thought it was hilarious. I was like, yeah, that's real good. Because what happens if I would have just turned around and like booted her?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No,
Like-
I really feel
And
bad.
what if I punted her halfway across the bar?
Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. My sister goes, "No, it's not a joke." She goes, "I watched him walk out a giant eagle, and this little girl walked past him, and they said he come out just ghost white, like it just
Yeah.
freaked him out." And I seen him at the car show. Remember that year? One year we
That
went.
was that guy. He was like this big.
Yeah, and he had
Yeah.
a waddle to him, so he was walking with a waddle, and I just seen him just do a 90, a 180 real quick. It just like almost ran me
Yeah.
over, and I was like, "What are you running from?" And I looked and I went, "Because it's awesome when you see one in public."
Oh yeah, Andy's also racist against little people.
No,
That's
no,
all those
no,
things
no,
Andy-
no. That's not
Andy's
true.
racist against little
I'm
people
trying
and
to figure
handicapped
out
people.
why midget is a bad term. And
It's like anything, because like it's like how retard was like probably a technical term, and then they, people started using it derogatory, and it just keeps moving.
yeah.
you know
So
what I mean?
where it got weird from my Googles over here is that since little people were technically tied to freak shows, that's where they coined the term midget, and that would be on like posters and stuff, and that's how they bring them up as midgets.
Yeah.
So like the tie to freak shows itself was what caused it.
Yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. Also, really funny, it says that dwarf and midget, neither word is used anymore, and little people has become the preferred term for persons with extreme growth retardation.
Call
Yeah,
them
but
little
would you rather be
retards.
called a
Yeah, but
midget than a little people kind of?
I don't know. We're both fucking.
Yeah, I would rather
Right,
call
yeah,
it
that's what I'm
gigantic
saying.
people.
Yeah, I would rather
Yeah.
be called midget and little people than vertically retarded.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, like, you look up, like, for retarded kind of
Upwardly
thing.
impaired.
Like, when they, on your car.
Yeah.
When they say, like, your timing's
Yeah, you're
retarded,
retarded.
what's it mean? It's a little off.
Yeah.
That's what they mean by, your timing's retarded on your car.
Yeah.
It's a little off. So, like,
I think my
people
Ford-
are like, hey, he's retarded. He's a little bit off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think my Ford Focus is a little bit autistic. It's on the spectrum.
That's like my dad one time. He goes, "Man," he goes, "that guy's a little queer," and I'm like, "Dad, you're not supposed to say that." He's like, "Dad," he's like, "First of all," he goes, "I said he's a little odd because he's like, 40, born in 43. He's using it the old way."
Dude, your dad could be. When did Adolf Hitler kill himself?
I think 45.
45.
Oh
so
man,
he was like,
I was gonna say he
2.
just missed the cutoff of being Hitler reincarnated. Dude,
Yeah.
You're lucky. You lucked out. Anyway, sorry.
I kept saying that maybe I was Chris Farley, but then Chris Farley died the same year I started kindergarten. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big difference.
yeah,
10 days after his birthday, Hitler killed himself.
Damn, dude.
must have been a bad birthday for him.
When Berlin's falling on your B-Day, it's kind of sad.
You would
worked all
know,
the
right?
Years
You're
for
drunk.
nothing. You could have got a hell of a birthday celebration, but
Yeah.
no, you're dead.
I like how Germany just like says we don't talk about it. Like America
Yeah,
just
dude,
brings
what
up
do you-
slavery every 5 seconds, but in Germany they're like we don't talk about it. Like no, never happened.
Listen, there's a Ray Zawatny joke. It's like I went to Germany. I didn't see F-150s driving around with swastika flags on them.
My favorite one's the Robin Williams joke where he goes, he was on a German talk show and asked him, they said, "Mr. Williams, how come there's no German funny people?" He goes, "Did you ever think you killed all the funny people?"
Yeah.
And they went, "No."
Yeah.
He goes, even God was laughing, going, "Do you get it?"
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, but that, soon after that, he ended up leaving the show.
Yeah.
They pretty much kicked him off at that point.
I did laugh at the one comedian where he got everybody to, he was like saying random words, and then he goes at the end, goes, "How Hitler?" and they all do it back, and he's like, "Ah!" He got them
Well,
all.
there's the what's his name? The piano guy. Why am I? You know what I'm talking
Billy
about?
Joel?
No.
Elton
no,
John.
no, the comedian. The is he? I'm
Bo
President of
yeah, Bo
Ukraine.
Burnham.
Oh,
Yeah, his like food word association bit.
Yeah, oh.
Did you ever watch that one?
Maybe. I've watched. I think I've watched all of his stuff. I just can't remember.
He tricks the whole entire theater, like a massive, like 500, 600, maybe 1,000 person theater, into saying the N word in unison. They all get upset, and he goes, "You said it." You'll look it up. Just type in the
Yeah, we'll look it up later.
yeah.
Man, what was I actually about? Oh, I was talking to Fang last night about Japanese, and then he's just like, yeah, like Chinese and Japanese, like they don't get along because centuries of history of fighting.
Yeah, they raped Nankang, dude.
Yeah. And I go, well, the past is the past, right? And he just started dying because, like, all of that trauma. And he's just like, yeah, I guess the past is the past. Like, so, like, that's the same thing with, like, Hitler. Like, the past is the past, man. We can't.
Yeah. Just ignore it.
It's the same thing with slavery. We're just like, well, that's what we're just like,
Well, Mongolia's still a country, right? Like, imagine staring at the Great Wall. Like, they're just like...
Did you ever
Yeah,
look
but
at
that
the
was to
Great
keep them out for murdering and raping them.
Yeah,
I know, but
they-
they're like, oh,
they
you know,
kinda
they
like-
probably have some really good food over there, and I
Yeah,
can't
but
go.
if you ever did you ever
Mongolian
see the
barbecue?
thing on that where they talked about that if you actually look at it, the Great Wall, it was actually to keep the China out and not
Oh, really?
the other people because they said like the way they're shooting,
Yeah.
there's nothing to shoot at over here
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's all like hillside. So
Yeah.
it's basically like them keeping China
out. Okay, so it's actually the other way.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Did you ever see the end of the Great Wall of China?
No.
It runs right into the ocean.
Does it?
Nice.
Like it literally like I thought it like butt up against like a face of a mountain.
Yeah,
to
no,
where
it's
there's,
just like they could have just went around it.
yeah, like that's what I was thinking. Like I was like,
Yeah.
you see it and it goes like right into the ocean. I'm like, so they could have just
Took a boat.
swam around the other side and came up through. Like,
yeah,
Fun
fucking
fact:
crazy.
the guy that plays Genghis Khan
yeah,
in
Bill
Night of the
Ted.
Museum
yeah.
is the same dude that plays the main bad guy in Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay,
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
Chris.
That's pretty sick, dude.
the end of the
That looks like something
You can't
Red.
even walk out onto the beach. You have to literally swim around.
Right,
That's
Red-
what I mean.
we
Like
couldn't
they could have
take a
just
boat
like
and just-
swam right around to the other side and came up through.
Red Bull should do the thing where they jump the cars off it with parachutes on the top. Or
Oh
whatever.
my god! That
The flute and tog, whatever.
don't give them
Yeah.
ideas.
It is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think they were like, "Hey, here's this mountainside. We're getting wrecked on these trade routes.
Let's
Let's build a wall on top of the mountain."
Right.
dude, how sick would it be to Naruto run down that shit?
Dude,
Your arms
all-
out behind you.
Yeah, if
fucking-
I was an anime character that could physically run, sure. I don't think
Yeah.
I ran in about 5
All I'm-
years.
I can run now. I'll Naruto run across that motherfucker. Let's go.
All
You want
I'm
to try
thinking
running,
about
Josh? Let's train for a 5K.
all I'm thinking
that
about.
sounds like fun. Running today, no, that doesn't sound like
You don't want to.
So all I'm thinking about right now is that there was a Chinese Trump that proposed this idea. Like, let's just build a wall, kick all the Mongolians out.
You
leave them on
had,
their
you had the
side.
opportunity to do a perfect.
I know, but I can't get- I can't-
mashup of accents there.
It's a hard. that would be a hard
Andy,
one.
you want to try?
I would have to get AI.
This,
to
if
get
you've
that
already
going.
burned every bridge you have,
You're,
by
supposed,
it,
you're
it's
supposed to
fine.
be our impression comic.
I know,
Yeah.
but you know how hard
I
that
need
is.
you,
to-
I need you to sound like Donald Trump, but Chinese building a wall.
Yeah. You know how hard that is?
Let's hear it.
Because you have to get the Chinese, and then you have to listen. So you have to. Oh, listen, we must build a wall. We built a wall to keep the Mongolians.
I think that was just regular racist.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
hard.
just-
Yeah.
South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, shitty walk.
shitty walk. Trying to take your order, please.
That one cracks me up.
Dude, the whole arc with that guy was phenomenal.
When they're like, no, we just need to build a. We just want to buy a plane ticket. Oh. Shitty Airlines, how may I take your order, please? No, he says it a lot nicer. Like, shitty walk, how may I take your order, please?
When he was haggling about the prices, it cracks me up.
He's like, free. That's what is it? $6,000. We ain't no $6,000. He goes $65. Okay, $65.
Oh man.
Only South Park can get away with still doing like all the
Yeah, this-
stereotypes.
And now this podcast.
Well,
My favorite part is like when
We'll
they did
piss
the
a few
one where
off.
they talked about
Philly
how they
guys,
was going
right?
to
No, they're
come
cool.
after the writer
Huh?
for making like of the jokes about the one show.
Yeah.
So they had everybody's name on there, like John Smith,
Yeah.
to get past it, so the guy wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
So they just changed everybody's name to John Smith. That way nobody could get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Dude, the chef episode, man, that was such a big deal when
What-
Chef quit.
Chocolate
Oh,
salty
yeah.
balls.
when they killed him,
When they killed him off, but like,
No, I thought that's because he quit because he was a Scientologist.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
left.
yeah, they made fun
Yeah.
of Scientology.
but like, I was wondering what they were gonna do with him, and they just took all of his old voices and just made him like short out, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And kill him.
Did he come back?
No, they killed it.
Oh.
He was like, it's funny because South Park kills people. They kill Kenny every time, and Kenny comes back.
Yeah.
So like, no one's really dead. And then Isaac Hayes dies for real.
Well,
so
yeah, I guess so.
Wait, who died?
just get Samuel, the guy that did voice the chef.
Okay,
They should just get Samuel L. Jackson to play Chef 2.0.
It's not like Family Guy where like the actual celebrity plays the character.
Yeah.
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 Well, sometimes they did get Carrot Top to do it. Like he came in to voice his own parody, and he was like talking about it like on a podcast, and he was like, "Yeah, they're like, here's the joke," and he goes, "Yeah, but that's not something I would do," and they're like, "It's a joke," and he's like, "Yeah, but that's not what I would actually come up with." It was like some weird, corny like combo prop that Carrot Top would do.
Okay. Hell yeah.
I don't know. Everybody says Carrot Top's not funny. I've never seen his stand up, so I don't know.
I like it when he
You
won
like
the
Carrot
X
Top?
Games for skateboarding. And
A long
snowboarding.
time ago.
Did you ever? You were probably around when Chairman of the Board came out.
What?
The movie Carrot Top did. Chairman of the Board.
Oh, the surfing thing. Yeah.
Yeah. If no one has ever seen that movie, at least watch Norm Macdonald roast the chick that was in that movie. The mom
How's
from.
Norm doing? I love
Oh, he's
that.
dead.
How's he doing?
That's my favorite Norm Macdonald. That and is it the moth bit on Conan?
Oh, that's great.
It's like the greatest.
He strung him along that whole time.
Hey, it's like a moth. Like it's just his voice is just so perfect.
What's your favorite Norm moment, Chris? By the way, you look like you're thirsty and need another refill.
All right.
All right. I'll let
All
you
right,
guys talk. I'll refill.
Yeah, I don't know,
Turn
man.
your mic off.
I'm trying to think of what my favorite Norm moment is. There's so many funny ones. They all like kind of blend together. Oh, the where he just kept doing OJ bits. And then, like if you do OJ, you're getting fired. They got
Oh, yeah.
fired, and then he came back and said, "This show had me back. They just fired me." So either the show's gotten a lot worse,
Oh, that's
Yeah, or it wasn't-
Yeah, because
Yeah.
well, he got kicked off when he said like murder is now legal in California or something.
Yeah.
And
he's the most rock and roll comic of all time.
oh, he's one of my favorites.
Also liked when he was like, "I'm a deeply closeted gay man,"
Yeah,
and then they're like, "Well, you're like on Larry King."
yeah,
He did it to Larry King, and Larry King's like, "Yeah, Larry King's like, so you're gay?" He's like, "No, I'm deeply closeted." Like it's
Yeah.
just.
He's just not give a shit.
It's funny that Norm Macdonald and Mark Norman, who both have Norm in their names, sound like similar in my mind.
I think that they sound way different. Like Norm sounds like closer to like when you hear other Canadian comedians like Ryan Long and stuff. Where Norm Macdonald, Mark Normand, everybody I've met from New Orleans to stand up sounds like that.
Really?
Yeah, they have like radio
Let me get
voice.
that out of my
Take a
face.
shot.
No.
Shot.
You grow hair first, and I'll take a shot.
First of all, if we're going to play that game, I'll let my hair grow out.
Please,
You-
please,
yeah.
please,
God.
please, please,
Ask him what happened.
please grow long hair but bald on the top.
Didn't you actually do that? Like, you had a bet where you had to like let your hair grow.
No, they waxed my head kind of thing.
Oh, please
That's
tell
fine.
that story. That is one. I laughed so hard. Me and my buddy watched that video 500 times.
Because I had side growth like how your sides are,
Yeah,
but I had like nothing
On
up here
top,
kind
yeah.
of thing. Yeah, so I kind of had like that Larry Fine.
yeah.
Kinda
Flesh
thing going on.
yarmulke, as I call it.
Yeah.
And then we was going to do it like we went to like actual like places that did waxing and stuff, and they was like, no,
Yeah.
we're not touching that.
Yeah.
Like the pain is like
Yeah, it'd be
way
fucking
too much.
insane, dude.
And we're like,
Be
no,
done.
you just put the hot wax on, and we just rip it all off. And they're like, no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They're like, you have no idea how much pain, especially with like the hair growth you got.
Yeah.
If it was real short, it would be fine.
Yeah, but it's like long. It's like literally ripping.
Yeah,
your
they
hair.
was like, you don't want to do it.
Is that
so
still
then
on
we
YouTube?
went and bought a bunch of them strips.
Oh God.
Oh,
And like my buddy started like right on the sideburn.
Yeah.
So I had like the sideburn down to here kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he started like right there. So like this whole part right here, he started on.
Yeah.
And like when he ripped, like I thought like he broke my neck because it
Yeah. It just
like
probably your whole-
everything came up.
You got an adjustment for free.
Oh, dude, it hurts so bad. But then it was like once you started, you had to keep going.
Yeah. 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 Because you would look like fucking insane.
Right. So
Well.
then we go, and then it's like it's getting into it's like 2:00 in the morning. We're still out there.
Yeah.
They're all taking turns getting it.
Yeah.
But then we get like halfway around the head, and I was like, okay, we got to finish this. And they're like, we're all out of strips.
Oh fuck, dude.
So then like I had to like literally go home and shave everything, and then I had to keep like bicking it all the time for
Yeah. For
like
the other side to catch up.
yeah for like 6 weeks until
Yeah,
everything
that's
finally
so
started
bad.
growing
You
up.
probably look like a maniac, dude. Like a dog with mange.
So
Yeah.
like even like to this day, like this side over here doesn't really grow, kind of like how this side
Yeah,
does.
it did permanent damage to your head, dude.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
You have to watch. If you, I don't know if the video is still up. 'Cause I
I
think it
don't
got
know.
taken down.
Why would it get taken down? Or somebody took it down.
I think they took it down. But I laughed so hard because it was the first rip. When the first rip happens, all you hear is Jesus, and him go like this, and he's just rocking back and
It
forth.
hurts so
yeah, it
bad.
probably felt horrible, dude.
dude, that had to feel awful.
It was terrible.
Yeah, that's
You might be the one that got EJ into watching all the accident videos because he just loves watching people get hurt. And when he saw
Dude.
that one, he laughs. We
Oh,
were
it was
laughing.
good.
We
Shout
were
out to EJ. He's
pissing
the
ourselves.
fucking man, dude.
yeah, man.
Listen, oh man,
Andy's only black friend.
that's not true. I
His
have a,
token.
Hey,
not
you said it. Okay, you said I brought my black friend to the podcast.
Well, because it's like everybody thinks like when you look at how I am, how I dress and everything, you're
Yeah,
like,
it's not
oh, he's
believable."
not. He
Yeah.
doesn't have black friends. And then I'm like, no, seriously, like my best friend.
I got one. I got one.
No.
I got one black friend.
You live out in the country. There's not a whole lot. There's like 2 that I went to school with, and I'm still cool with this guy. This guy owns a car detailing business in Mariana, PA.
And what about it?
Yeah.
It's a great business. I actually had my windows tinted dirt twice because I had 2 different vehicles.
You get your car cleaned up by him still?
First of all, I can't afford the details to get it done. That's
Oh.
the only reason why. I spend most of my money on booze and other things. I
Yeah,
like to have
I-
fun over priorities.
I know this is a conservative podcast, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a Kanye moment and say Andy Rice does not care about black people.
No, he's the George Bush of our generation.
Well, if they listen to the last podcast, then
What about the last podcast?
nothing.
Yeah. Which
Okay.
one? What happened on the last one?
No, we're not talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not talking about it. That's how we're doing this.
Did you guys see the Instagram reel I sent to you about how the dude was feeding his ants zins?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the greatest.
What was he doing?
He goes day 14 of getting my ants addicted to zins. He like breaks
so they
away-
worship me like a god.
Yeah.
I don't see what the big thing is about him.
Put one in.
I was busting his balls earlier about it.
Did you put one in?
I had them when they first came out. They suck. That's why I don't use them.
Do you dip?
Yeah.
He's a real man.
That's why I told him. I said, why don't you just use real snuff?
You're a fan of fiberglass and paint.
Listen, he makes fun of. He made.
That's all it is nicotine salt. It sucks. It all does is make you thirsty. There's like nothing.
Is that true?
I do drink a lot of water.
Because like he's like, oh, you got to watch these because they're 6, and I was like, I used to put like 7 or 8 of them in at work, and
Yeah, but
Zins?
you're looking at somebody who
Yeah.
never did it before. That's why.
How many cans of stuff
What
do
did
you
you?
go through
What,
a week?
what did you look like Homer Simpson with your face out? Like,
Nah, I mean
like
they're
a-
small. Like
Yeah.
I take them out and I use like Copenhagen pouches
Yeah.
for work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I empty them out. And
Are
just
you
put
pretty good
those
at like
in.
flicking the can? I remember guys in high school be like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, making the
Yeah.
pouch thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Pack.
It just packs it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, we're gonna get a demonstration.
You ever get a demonstration?
Well, I
This
mean,
is
it's
straight out of Washington
this is
County.
a full can, but
Yeah.
Do you have you ever chew spit on an inmate?
no.
Okay.
Trying to get him fired, dude? What are you doing?
I would never do that.
I think that law or not, whatever this podcast is, Black Tequila has a rat-free policy. Josh, we're gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just hey, when the inmates fucking
See,
around and you have a dip
Dip it
in.
that way. But then if you like, there's different ways to pack.
I don't know if
them,
he'll do it because it's.
but like,
I used to good. I used
Ooh.
to make it good. Yeah.
There it is.
I make that same sound, but it's usually late at night by myself.
I was like, you're beating that tobacco shit.
Yeah,
like
An-
it packs
Andy-
it down in the corner.
Oh
where you
yeah,
get
yeah.
your-
So it gets all close together.
Yeah.
Andy beating off sounds like he's trying to start a Model T.
Helicopter.
They're like an old single-cylinder piece of equipment. And he's trying to start. That's what Andy's like. Pap, 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 pap. They just backfires or shits his bed. That's Andy beating off.
Listen, I told you that in confidence. Don't tell everybody that.
Yeah.
Do you have like X-Men posters and stuff in your room?
I do not.
Okay.
No, I don't have anything. I do have like
Did you-
collectibles, like
yeah, they're-
shelf.
Yeah, it's a collectible shelf full of WWE Diva action figures.
So my top shelf is all my
None of them
country
have
music
clothes on.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's all a bunch
He
of
painted
koozies
them
I got
all.
from concerts.
Why is there a bunch of naked Thors?
That's my AR.
Andy's
AR.
naked
Leave me
Thor.
alone. Don't shame me.
It's funny
Don't
to have,
kink
like,
shame
10
me.
Thors with no clothes.
Yeah.
But no, I have like my top shelves, all my stuff from like Nashville, like
Yeah.
things I've like
Your murder trophies.
experienced over country music.
How many panties do you have, Andy?
And then my second shelf is like all
Nashville's
my nerd
fun.
stuff,
Yeah.
which is like I think I have a picture of me and my brother and you and
Burt
me, you and
Reynolds.
him, and Burt
Oh,
Reynolds.
sick.
Dude, listen,
That was a great moment.
tell him about the girl that made out with him.
Who?
With Burt
Remember,
Reynolds?
remember we were in line to get the picture, and that chick in front of us made out with him. Like she was like she shoved her tongue down his throat, and he just like still got it.
That's
Like,
probably,
And then did you
probably
walk
why
up
he
and-
got sick after and had to leave.
yeah.
Did you go up next and you're like, now me?
No, I was cool with him.
Do I remind you of Dom DeLuise? I'm going to give you back the old day.
We did see a guy dressed like. If you ever seen the movie Cannonball Run,
Yes.
they were dressed like. There was a guy dressed like Captain Chaos,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
and I was like, "That's awesome!" Like he looked grew his mustache out, so he looked just like Dom DeLuise. Which, if you're gonna, I don't want to say if you're gonna remake a movie because I don't
No.
know, you can't capitalize.
Don't touch it.
He's mad. He's still mad about the Fall Guy remake.
Once in a
touch
while they have
classics.
good. What do you think of like? There's some good classic movies that were remade, like Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yes.
That was good, and there was another good one.
In a way, it's a lot better than the original.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think.
And
of what others-
that's hard to say because
yeah, the original was sick.
Well, because you got Angelina Jolie who looks hot. She's hot in that movie.
she looked like a hot heroin addict.
I was gonna say, I think that Shelby was cooler than
Yeah, because all they
Yeah,
used
but
was like a
Mach
73.
1, yeah, something.
I do like the original just because like even though I was like you're kind of bored by it because the car chase does go on for way too long.
I like that though.
Oh, I do too.
That's
Because
what-
that's
that's
original. Because that's like true car chase.
But it's like a
original
30-minute
shit.
car
That's the
chase.
coolest
Like,
part
it's-
of Bullet.
Oh, that is literally. I tried to watch Bullet and it was like falling asleep. But then I
It's
watched
good
the car
up until
chase.
then. That's it.
But supposedly they're remaking that.
Don't touch it.
But they want Bradley Cooper to play Bullet, and
See-
Steven Spielberg wants to make it. Which I'm like, Steven Spielberg's allowed to do whatever he wants, hands down.
There's
Is
certain
he-
things you don't touch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Is he Andy?
he did.
What movie would you remake?
If you could remake one movie,
I don't know. It depends on what it is.
Woke American History.
like,
X.
did you
I
ever
mean,
watch?
like if like an old movie kind of deal. I don't know what I would.
Gran Torino. I would just just so he could be racist one more
But
time.
he says nice stuff about it. A movie that he clearly wrote just to be racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Jesus.
the
This
one
is the
movie.
old- this
He's
is-
like one last time. I get it.
That's just Clint Eastwood masturbating.
He made that
it-
for himself.
It's so unnecessary, especially with the part when he gives the kid the car and he starts listing off. It's like he just starts covering everything he missed in the movie. He's like, no, don't paint flames on the side like a. He just gives the rundown.
I think
It's
I
like,
think he makes those kind of things because it's all the stuff that he's ever wanted to say in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And they was like, nope, you do it. No
Yeah.
more spaghetti westerns for you. So
Yeah.
you're out. And then he's like, I'll wait till I'm older.
Yeah.
They'll think I'm got dementia
I
or
had an
something.
idea.
And then
You know, Gran Torino. You know the Starsky and Hutch car. What if I made a movie about it being racist?
That movie's okay. That was a movie that remade an old show and was still good.
don't
They got
mess
lucky
with
though.
Well, it was
You
more
can feel that was luck.
it. Yeah, that was like comedy kind of thing. But
Snoop
I mean,
Dogg carried that.
And
Yeah.
I like
yeah,
the-
hell yeah, dude. He's the perfect Huggy Bear.
right.
one.
That was perfect. They couldn't
Yeah,
have picked a
Snoop's
better
awesome.
person for it.
I love the Dukes of Hazzard movie, even though it's not like the show at all.
Johnny Knoxville's
But it's
the
still
shit.
pretty dope for a
Yeah.
movie.
They're gonna remake Austin Powers with a younger person for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you gotta do Austin Powers. You gotta do Austin Powers 4.
Well, they was supposed
Was the-
they was talking about they was going to do Austin Powers 4 a while back, but he was trying to get what's his name to play like his sex crazed brother,
Who?
uh,
Charlie Sheen.
Cena.
Rod Stewart or something. It was either going to be Rod Stewart or Mick Jagger or something like that.
Oh,
And,
that's sick.
Oh, like super old.
yeah, and it was going to be like his like older sex crazed brother or something like worse than him kind of deal, and like it got pitched, and then he was like, nah, we're stepping
Yeah,
out of that
that
one.
doesn't feel good to me either.
Michael Myers is amazing.
Oh, he's always been one of my favorites.
Did you watch The
Goldmember was such a good
Pentaveret?
third.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Pentaveret?
Yeah, it's amazing. I like when he's in Canada, they cross over to America and the TV's better.
How about when they go over to when I forget they pop over like into Europe, and like you see there's actually a dude that it's Shrek and him doing the voice for Shrek, and he's just beating everybody up.
Like one of Mike Myers' movies that people didn't like was like his wife was an ex murder or might be an axe murder or
I haven't
something.
seen that one. in a
That was
long
really
time.
But the
good.
whole the funniest part of the whole movie is him playing his dad.
Yeah.
Head,
cracks
move.
Me up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that part right there cracks me up more than anything. Like him yelling at the kid.
I totally
Look at
forgot
him.
about
His
that
head
one.
looks like a hot air balloon.
Dude, I went to the improv theater, like school, that he did everything at in
Second
Chicago.
City.
Well, I.O. That's the other one.
Oh, okay.
But it's like a jack-off shrine to him and Chris Farley. It's like they have a
Nice.
book, too, like it's like called Truth in Comedy, and they give it to you the first day, and a lot of people buy it when they're getting into comedy. And it's just an advertisement. It's quotes from Mike Myers telling you to give them money. Essentially, it's fucking crazy. It's like it worked on me. I moved there for it.
Second City, right?
It was I.O., but yeah, he did Second City stuff, too. They're down the street from each other. It's a lot of the same people.
I was say, is Bill Murray's brother still there?
I don't know.
because they had the
Second
documentary.
City.
He kept asking like, "So what's Bill like?" And he's just like, "I don't know, dude. Like he's my brother. Like he's just like he's what I would do like if I was like in the same position."
A lot of those people,
So, like, what's he
a lot of
like?
those people working at those places, there's like a lot of really good people. And there's like a lot of like really good teachers to help like mentor these people, work for these people. But then there's also the other ones that were like say that like Andy got super famous for stand up and me and you didn't, and if we just stayed here and we're like real bitter about it.
Yeah,
Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
those. You know what I mean?
I mean, so
I didn't make it class kind of thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of other people that worked with them that get how it works and stuff, and they were great teachers. But other people, you could tell they have a chip on their shoulder.
I mean, that's like 98% of stand up, which is sad, is like who got what and how they
Yeah, I
actually
know,
done
yeah.
it.
It's like Nashville kind of thing. Like this guy just happened to be there the day that this scout was there, and they picked him over this guy because he was first, and he was like, "Oh, we're coming in to see this band playing," and like, "Oh, they're really good," and then find out that this guy was actually better.
Yeah.
But they picked him first, and
yeah, you need talent and luck.
yeah.
Yep. You said do enough stand up in different places to get noticed. That's all it is.
What, doing stand in different places
Yeah.
get noticed? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna resort to only doing one or two open mics a week in Pittsburgh and hoping somebody just chooses me here.
Heck yeah.
Chooses you here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna completely give up and just do.
Well, who was the
Do
guy
one
that
open mic.
said? I forget which comedian it was or something that was talking about it, where he like the guy was like, "Oh, you should have heard from me about me or something like that," and he was like, "If you're good enough, because he was like, you got to come and see me, that way you know what I would do and everything," and he was like, "If you're good enough, I'll already hear about you,"
Yeah.
Yep.
kind of
Well,
thing, where he's like, "I don't have to see you, but if you're good enough." Everybody's
Everybody knows
talking
about
about you. I've already heard of you.
And
Right.
what,
But
so what I-
like, if you're not,
yeah, nobody knows who you are. But that's so like I was just kind of joking about what I was saying. I think my like philosophy viewpoint on this is like you have to go hard, put yourself out there in like every way possible. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like little stand ups and stuff because there's like so many mediocre people that get it because people do hear about them because they're putting themselves on the internet and they're going to other cities and stuff like that. Whereas if you just hang around like Pittsburgh or like I don't know Cincinnati, it's very unlikely Hollywood's going to come walking in looking for you.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what stinks too to think about. Like from the perspective of if a headliner comes here, they like you and you crush, like they still have 10 friends back in like New York.
Yeah, they're way bigger.
That they're bigger, and then they're gonna bring them along
Right.
anyway because they've
I mean,
known
if
them
you got-
longer. And
If you got a town of many,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to do your thing. But like, if you went to a town, there's nobody there, and you're that lone guy.
right,
You're easier
Yeah.
to pick from than a
But
town of
there-
1,000 of them. Then
But if you go to the town of 1,000 of them and you have to compete with the best people in the world,
right,
that's like iron. What's that called? Steel sharpens steel
Right.
kind of thing. And then that's also where the industry is. That's the problem is the industry doesn't come to places.
right,
The industry really exists in two places.
That's
Well,
why
three,
everybody's
the
like, you gotta go to
internet,
New
but-
York or go to Austin
Yeah.
or go to California.
Well, it's still I still think it's New York and L.A., but Austin. Would be
I'm
better
over
just to
Austin,
fucking-
dude. I listened to that podcast yesterday, and I
What the Ty Rivera one? I
Ty,
thought
Ty Rivera, dude. He kind of cracks me up.
his stand up fucking crushes.
Really?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. I didn't watch any of his stand up, but him complaining about Joe Rogan and the mothership made me very, very happy to like
Did you
just.
see all the stuff about him fighting with people? Like, did you keep watching it where he fights?
I watched
people?
every. I watched
Yeah.
all. I watched even
Yeah.
his shitty podcast where he didn't talk about anything, but like baited me into watching it.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here working. I was like, I'm gonna listen to him talk about Kim Congdon more. Is
I've been watching him talk shit for years now.
that all he does? That's one thing. He's like I'm a nice guy. I'm cool, and he's just like don't fuck with me. And it's kind of like when people say that, same thing like when Andy's like, I'm a really nice guy. It's like, yeah, okay, like yeah, sure, like
love me, get in here and love me.
yeah. It's almost like I might argue that I may be nicer than Andy. This is what the opposite is Andy's nice out the gate and then gets mean. I'm mean out the gate, but I'm actually very nice. We might be the same level of nice.
True. I mean that's where I am. I'm nice at first until you like do something weird, and then it's like game on after that. Then I can be mean.
Yeah,
Weird
game on.
weird guy gets mad at someone being weird.
What constitutes weird to you?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying like if someone screws you over, that's what does it for me.
What's the worst you've ever been screwed over, dude?
There's so many.
See, these are questions that like I would like Andy to ask me, but we always have to point to his life.
Yeah, we don't want to bully you. You gotta be mean to us.
No, I mean like
Be mean. Let's
I'm
bully.
trying to think when
I'll
is
gang
the-
up on Josh with you right now.
Josh, when's the worst time you ever been screwed?
Yeah,
over?
you piece of shit.
Screwed over. My friend fucked a girl I liked in my house.
Oh, shit.
First of all,
when I was there.
Hey,
That's
you
pretty
were
bad.
still friends
That
with
hurt.
him?
Yeah.
So wait, you got pseudo cocked?
First of all,
Yeah, it's actually pretty awful.
you
Yeah.
are a better than man than me because there was no way I would be friends.
I didn't
with
know
that
about it until a week later.
Nobody
Yeah.
fucks my friend but me.
guy. No, especially if it's
They got it in when I was taking a shit. Isn't that crazy?
I had one
Well, I
friend.
Yeah.
guess that is
You
a big
must have been
turn
in there
off.
like dead legs. and
We had
everything.
Chinese food beforehand. It was pretty ruthless poop.
Oof.
Anyways, what were we saying?
I would upper deck his toilet just for that.
That was Josh's house. So
Yeah,
not
I
only
put
is
that
he-
myself.
Go to his house. And
I'm gonna
upper
shoot
deck him.
myself.
not only is
I'm a
this
cheddar
guy-
bob my fucking
Not
toilet.
only
That's
is
the
his friend
worst.
pseudo fucking his pseudo bitch. He's
Dude,
gonna
that-
shit in his own toilet. Like,
That is the
thing,
absolute
like-
worst. Like,
next
there is no
flush is on
worser
him.
feeling
Yeah.
than when the girl you like doesn't like you but likes your friend.
Yeah.
That is the biggest slap in the face.
So I would be inclined to agree with you if I was still 17 years old. But now that like everything that has transpired in my life got me to this point where I'm like married,
I don't know if you
I'm
know
like, you know what? This trajectory wasn't
Well,
half
no,
bad.
Do you know that? I don't know if you know this, but
It
Josh be
sucks.
fucking.
no, well, I'm sorry, you're married, sir. Well, so actually, no, wait. If he is married, he's not.
No, I mean that's not true.
Is it legally married? Because the
Yeah, I'm
moment you
legally
sign the
married.
paper, that's when it shuts off.
Oh, it shuts off way before that.
Or
What are you talking about?
or
It's a
or
special occasion, dude.
or it's one of those. Well, I kind of want to have a kid.
No, I don't like how sexual sexual acts become like scheduled. It's very annoying to me. I like a little bit of spontaneity.
I got a 3 p.m.
You know what I
bump.
hate?
Yeah,
that-
it's like she's like, you know, after work one day she's like, you always suck your dick, and I'm like, I wasn't really prepared for this, but yeah, like,
Right.
you know, why don't
You're
you
not
why
gonna
don't you
say
come
no,
on to me a
like,
little bit?
we
You
got-
know?
Can we do that on a Wednesday after something else?
But then here's what's weird is like, and I don't know if this happens to anyone else in this room, but like if you're used to getting your like dick sucked or having sex at night, and then like you're getting it
happens
during
in
the
the
day,
morning, you don't know what to
you're
do.
just kind of like, well, I can see everything, and then it's like I'm kind of tired.
Shut them damn lights out.
Yeah, it's like I should have bought this fucking blackout curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think it's weird is like you know how like people will tell you like, yeah, we're all you know, like we're working on having a kid kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just letting everybody know like we're smashing every
Yeah, I'm
day.
busted
kinda.
inside.
And everybody's
Yeah.
like, yeah, they're getting ready to have a kid, but any other time there's none of that like support. You know what I mean? It's not like, yeah, we're fucking.
I'm
Okay,
gonna tell
nobody
my-
cares. Nobody wants to hear about it. But if you say like we're trying,
Oh yeah.
then everybody's like, yeah, we're good for you.
I love when you're like, does this happen to anybody else in this room? And I'm just sitting there going, no.
Yeah, Josh's like, does this happen to anybody else in this room? Who else gets their dick sucked here? Anybody? Just me? I get my dick sucked, you know?
No, the only person I
Right.
knew that didn't get his dick sucked was Andy. I thought you too got your dick sucked more.
Yeah.
Dick sucked.
Oh,
more?
I have on frequent occasion.
Okay.
Must be nice, sir.
Haas is
Ugh.
doing bigger Haas is doing during conjugal visits. He just sneaks into this little room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's a new thing there now is they're allowed to as long as the other one says like they're cool with it.
Oh, so there's consent fucking with guards.
As long as not with guards, like
Oh.
inmate wise.
I was like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
No,
you're pimping
Rob-
out. You're pimping
Wait,
out.
No, with like
Rob's
inmate
like,
wise
"Hey,
now, I guess
Armando,
that's
you're
like
mine."
it's like a new handbook kind of thing. Like
How
if
do
you-
they get to see each other through the fence?
They just stick their
No,
dick
inmate
through
to
the
inmate.
bars.
No, if
Oh,
you're
the
working the
dudes.
night
So like
shift.
if your celly says like he's like if he comes up to you he's like I'm taking them cheeks and you're like I don't want it and he's like well if the guard comes by you better play like yeah you're into it
Oh my god.
and so if they go and so like if you walk by and you look in and you see the guy doing it and you're you know they both give a thumbs up you're supposed to just keep on walking you know but like if you do it and the other guy's going no.
No, here's my thing.
Then
Why
all of a
can't
sudden
you do
it's
that
like,
in
all
the
right,
car in
you're
a
both
parking
going
lot?
to the hole.
If you haven't figured it out yet, Rob is a prison guard.
So here's my thing.
Like we
So-
always used to have there was like the joke there, like when we first started, and they was like, okay, if you walk up and you catch two guys fucking, which one do you send to the hole? Who do you send to the hole first? And everybody's like, I don't know. I
The
guess
one sticking the
I
other
guess
one.
the guy that's fucking. They're
Yeah.
like, no, you take the first one because he's getting his shit packed already.
Yeah.
So it's like you take him.
That's funny.
That's really funny. It's like a what came first, the chicken or the egg situation.
Well, like them
Who
guys are
came
like,
first?
but then you got guys bitching. They're like, wait a minute. So when do I get visits with somebody? Because if I'm not gay, then those two are allowed to fuck because they say yeah it's
Yeah.
cool. when do I get my visit? Like, because if since I'm not gay, where do I get my girl to come in? And
Yeah.
then it's like an argument kind of thing, and
Wow, dude, inmate politics is pretty.
they
Yeah.
can do whatever they want.
Prison rules.
Yeah, it's not like high school rules where it's all about jacking off and trying to get cigarettes.
That's just fascinating to me. Where they're just like you're gonna pretend
Yeah.
to be into it, but then you can just like look at their eyes and just know that they're getting.
Yeah, you can see the guy like, no, yeah, we're cool.
You hear
No.
the arms of an angel, like the dog commercials.
Blue,
Just wait, how many
river.
people do you catch fucking a week?
I haven't caught anybody yet.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean,
Yet.
I think I caught them like right as they finished, kind of deal. Because like usually,
oh,
like
hey,
when
Rob.
you're doing your rounds, usually you try to make noise,
Yeah.
like you jingling your keys, kind
Yeah,
of deal.
yeah,
And
yeah.
You
that
don't
way,
wanna
if there's
walk.
anything going on,
You're
'cause
like a parent. Yeah.
Yeah, because the last thing you want to do is like turn your head and walk in, and you see them all both get thumbs up, and
Yeah.
they're just hitting it, you know.
Just like clapping, thumbs up, clapping.
Yeah, and you're
Could
just
you
like,
imagine that? How's it going, boss?
Yeah.
And you're just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you don't want a hot dog on hamburger day scenario. You don't
Yeah,
want
you
you
don't
don't want
want that.
mayonnaise on
Dude,
hamburger day.
I bet the toughest guard of all time
Yeah.
walked up and watched it happen and was like, "Let me watch it finish." Just stand there
Yeah.
at the game.
hurry
It's
up,
just like,
hurry up, make
yeah.
it quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck mine next.
Hurry up, we got to make
Just
it quick.
stood
We
there.
got trays coming.
just cranking the whole time.
It
Just
got trays coming. Yeah, it's nothing better than after fucking a dude, raping a dude in the butt is just a nice meal.
Yep. Oh yeah, that was a nice rape time for a Salisbury. I heard they're gonna give me extra.
You
gravy.
want to share a honey bun after that?
Yeah, you want a Lady in the Tramp some chili.
Meanwhile, you already had a honey bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what was fascinating
Uh-huh.
about like people that have been in prison is there's the one dude that like had a Facebook and like TikTok go like his like account went crazy because
Yeah.
he would do the different like prison drinks and
Oh yeah,
food
that
stuff.
bussing guy.
Yeah,
I can't stand.
But
him.
now he sucks because he ran out of things, and now he's just like taking comments and just mixing stupid shit together
Oh,
and being
did you-
like busted.
You ever see that? What's his name? Larry. What's his name?
Hoover.
The
No,
cable
hold
guy?
on, I'll look it up. He's a guy. He was like a bank robber that was like involved with the mob and shit. Fuck, I gotta look it up. But he does a lot of prison cooking stories.
Dude,
Larry.
yeah, bussin' was cool for like
yeah, I mean, because
a couple weeks, and then
By the way,
dude, the way
Chris-
that them guys cook stuff,
Ask him
cool.
about his good.
it's seriously amazing.
Larry
Because
Lawton.
they'll take like a record box, which is basically like a cardboard
Ask
box,
him.
and then what they'll do is they'll take like a chip bag, and then they'll line the inside of the box with the foil from the chip bag,
yeah,
and then they basically make like them easy bake ovens.
I thought you were gonna
So they put a
say
light
that-
bulb. They'll put a light bulb in there, and with the foil and everything else inside that box, they'll put whatever they want inside of it.
I thought,
And I've seen them make like full ass strombolis and like legit badass strombolis.
Did you ever eat one?
I've tried one time.
Yeah, was it pretty
Like
good?
they were kick ass.
They were like, "Hey man,
Dude.
you got
Because during Super Bowl, when it's Super Bowl in there, like it's all day long. Everybody's making food.
yeah.
So like they have like full thing of nacho trays that they've made, and it's like, you give them so much time, like right at the end, like they're passing.
How much cum do you think is in it?
Oh, dude, it's
enough to equal a protein shake.
I thought you were gonna say that they put like 2 sponges and a rubber glove on it and go to town.
He's like,
there's
that's
dudes
why I
that got
don't eat
things
the
made.
I don't
Yeah.
eat the cinnamon buns they make.
Yeah, they got things made there.
So,
it's
Honey
real quick.
busted nuts.
It's very interesting. Was there a lot of fights during the Super Bowl, or is
No,
everyone
that's
kind of chill
after.
out?
That's after
As soon as
because
the
a lot
game's
of bets
over.
are being made, and usually like the midweek after Super Bowl, that's when there's a lot of fights because that's whenever guys are trying to go to the hole to hide because they can't cover their bets.
Oh my!
So they
God.
figure they get sent to the hole, they can't be touched, and then usually they'll leave because they owe them a commissary or something like that.
Yeah.
And
That is so funny.
Did-
Could you imagine having nothing and you're in prison and then you can't even make your honey bun bet?
yeah.
hey Rob, you got to tell the story about your Goodfellas connection.
Who?
About how your Goodfellas connection. The story about how you met the dude from Goodfellas.
oh, the guy that shaved the points off of the remember when they talked about the basketball game in Goodfellas about shaving the points off
Vaguely.
of the
Yeah.
well, that guy was from Pittsburgh. He was from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look it up, his name's Richard Kuhn.
And he was in prison?
Yeah. He wasn't in prison. I worked with him at when I worked at Sony building TVs.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, you were in fucking. You were in Greensburg or in
At Newsstand.
Newsstand.
Yeah, we was there one time, and
My
like,
mom worked there.
They brought this
Oh,
new
really?
guy in.
Yeah.
Like
Who's your mom?
he's big dude.
Look at
You know,
that.
he kind of had like a Tom Selleck look with the,
Yeah.
the big mustache kind of deal.
Yeah.
Well, like we was there, like he worked there maybe about a week, and we went to a bar that was right on the edge of town, right on the edge of the exit there. It's called TJ's,
Yeah.
and we're there and we're bullshitting. This one guy was like big sports nut,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and he's standing there talking to us and everything, and then it was like something about Pittsburgh or whatever came up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, kind of like during like the thing where they shaved the points off the game and all
Yeah.
that stuff," and we was like, "What the hell?" You talk. We didn't know what he was talking about, and he's like, "Oh, it's in Goodfellas," and like the
Yeah.
dude slammed his beer down and just walks out.
Yeah.
We're like, "What the hell's up with him?"
Yeah.
And then like next day he come in, and he's like, "Hey, I'm real sorry about all that, last night." And we was like, "What set you off?" And then he told us the whole story. Like this was like in 1970 something. He played for college down here in Pittsburgh, and said something like that. They came up to him, Henry Hill and all them guys came up to him, and was talking about how they're going to shave the points off of this college game, and he was like, back then it was like $10,000, but it was like for him to split with certain players, kind
Yeah.
of thing, and like told us the whole story, and
That's badass.
and he's like, yeah, I'm forever known, and like I forget what the hell the name of the game is, like Pictionary or whatever,
Huh.
but he's like, my name's forever known, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's what's weird even about like the NBA now. Like everyone says it sucks, but like the referees just own the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like even worse now, like there's like been probably about a dozen instances at press conferences where the players or coaches literally have meltdowns being like, that wasn't a fucking foul.
Yeah.
And then it'll completely change the trajectory of the game because like they're like 15-point swings these days.
Mm-hmm.
And they do this thing at the end of a game where the referees watch the tape, and then they have these what they're called 2-minute reports or last 2 minutes reports, and then they go over like if they fucked up or
Oh,
not.
that's so bullshit.
And
dude.
they don't even go back and you can't go back and fix it, so they'll be like, yeah, we screwed that up, and then they don't get any better.
Yeah.
And then there's referees like Scott Foster. I'm big into this. Scott Foster, he was tied to the guy who got caught for all of the gambling back in the 90s.
Right.
They said Scott Foster has made like 67 calls to him during like
Yeah.
the 90s before he got caught.
That's
And
crazy.
it's like that guy really stopped sports betting when sports betting is literally now you could do it on your phone. He probably could do it during the game.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? It's at halftime. He's like, you know what? Live spreads
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah.
I would bet $1 million
like,
on that.
Logged it as his wife's name or something. Yeah.
No, he uses his own thumbprint.
Yeah.
just to get it his biometric.
Andy, would I be able
There's
to
probably a
have
lot of that going on, to
You
where
want
they,
some more?
halfway
Like a
through,
little bit, yeah.
oh, who do you got to win, and they probably just, we'll go ahead and make the calls on this one so they don't get it.
Well, also, there's been times where, like, some guy will not get any calls, and then he'll complain, and then not get any calls, like, for, like, months, right? And then there's Jimmy Butler, who plays for the Heat. He didn't get any calls. He's just like, yeah, man, it's just, sometimes, it's not your night and whatever. He's like, but, and, like, someone brought the refs, and, like, the refs are doing the job or whatever. The next night he got to the foul line, like, I think he shot, like, 14 foul shots. like they like hook you up then. Same thing with the Lakers. I found out that statistically, halfway through the season, they took like 300 or like 400 more free throws than the second place team because LeBron's on it and he gets all his calls.
Right. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's basically like when like Pittsburgh would play Patriots. You know what I mean? Kind of deal.
Yeah.
To where like the refs were hard on everything Pittsburgh did, but Patriots did the same exact thing and no calls. You know what I mean? Like they could hit Big Ben all day long, but if you touch Brady,
That was big back in
they
the
would call it.
10s,
And then he
dude.
asked them, they
Yeah.
was like, "What's the deal?
James
Why
Harrison.
is it you can hit Brady or you can hit Ben, but you couldn't hit Brady?" And they was like, the one guy literally said, he goes, "Well, Ben's a big boy. He can handle them kind of hits." And they was like, how do you classify that as being fair? Like he's
Yeah, they
either
fix
way,
it
the
for the most
quarterback.
part now.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter how big or small he is. If he gets whacked, he gets whacked.
Yeah, remember when James Harrison used to just light people up
Oh,
and
that was
they'd
my
fine
favorite.
him every like? That's when football was fun. Now it's
that
just
was my
not
favorite
easy.
kind of
CTE
football.
made it so much better.
The '80s football, or like, dude, that was the best when they could club up their hand and just beat you with it.
You ever
And
watch
it-
the
and it
movie
was
We
good to
Are
go.
Marshall?
A long time ago. Yeah.
So there's a thing in there where he's like, hey, if this guy comes at you, you grab him and throw him down like that. And that's what he's Matthew McConaughey is telling the player how to do. He's like, listen, he grabs a hold of you, he goes, you just pick him up and slam him down like that. He's like, all right, cool. Then he goes, what if he tries to do that to me, coach? He goes, oh, that's easy. He goes, you just helmet slap the shit out of him. And he goes, yeah, Pittsburgh used to do that, except they would wrap their hands in tape and smack their helmets, and it would even be worse.
Look
to
at
helmet
look
slap
at them
people,
old
and then
like
that became
Mean
illegal.
Joe Green's like his hands, like they literally taped their hands up to where like they could
That's
just
badass.
club, hit you in the helmet, and just knock you completely.
Don't he still live around here?
I don't.
I mean, probably.
I haven't seen him.
I know.
Yeah. Let me call him up real quick.
No, I was like,
He hasn't called me in a while. I don't know what he's doing.
I hope he's
dude,
okay.
he does that to me all the time. Listen, there's no one quicker when it comes to insults.
He always does that. He'll be like, "Hey, did you hear this guy?" And I was like, "I don't know. He hasn't called me in a while to let me know what he's doing." And,
Well, he's tapped in. He's tapped in.
if
I have nothing else to do,
because
man.
he gets mad because he'll call me, and I'll be like, "You literally don't call me and tell me about this movie." There's text messaging. Text me, and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
did you see this movie?"
Because you don't
No.
respond to my
End
text
of
messages.
conversation.
It makes me sad.
That's the end of the conversation. Don't call me and be like, "Hey, did you hear about this movie and this celebrity and this and this?" I don't know.
Dude, it's like my sister.
wanna hear
I have to call my sister to ask her something because if I text her, she will not respond.
Yeah,
we all know
because
what
you're
it
their
is.
People magazine. They see you pop.
I
up
have
and
no one to talk to. I live alone, okay?
You do stand up comedy now. Do you?
That's the
People
great
talk
part
to.
about living alone. Not talking to anybody.
Well, it's cool now. It's like if I want to talk about movies, I know I need to talk to Seth Queen. I need to talk to Jared.
Yeah,
Which-
facts.
I've been asking people if they know our cousin because he used to do stand up. Kevin,
No.
which I seen. Me and him have several mutual friends in the Pittsburgh comedy scene. But every time I ask people, like, "Do you know this guy?"
Yeah, what's
They're
his
like,
last name again?
Hines.
It's like a big blonde kid, right? Big thick boy.
Yeah, but he's like older. Like
Yeah.
he doing like how old's Kevin? Probably what
50s.
50s.
Okay, maybe not him. Was he blonde or no?
Well, he was.
It was like
Yeah,
before
was he blonde?
COVID.
shaved
40s.
head kind of deal.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Talk
like,
a little
older
lift.
guy.
A little bit of Lilith.
Yeah, I think I remember him. I don't remember him too well. But I think I remember him.
He
Oh,
had
okay.
he had like little comedy shows out that way, kind of thing. He was trying to work up.
Which that's what we were talking about. We are saying we should do like a rural show, just like the big guys.
I
But I'm
will
like
do a fucking
Rinky
show
Dinks. You think
anywhere,
Rinky Dinks
I
would be
know.
a
I was
good
gonna
spot?
say it's literally just go find the venue, Andy. We'll do it.
Yeah,
Dude,
we'll come down, dude.
Like you've been to Rinky Dinks. Like we always
Long
tried.
before you was ever there.
Listen, this boy was drinking there underage.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
put that out there.
No, because the
I don't
story
know.
about
looking
this.
at the gray in your
Barely
beard, I think the statute
legal.
of limitations.
Well,
is-
look at him. Like he was. Just,
Imagine getting an underage at like 45, 50 years old.
well, no. Listen to this though.
No, but like that was the part about looking like a little bit older kind of thing. But because like I used to be able to go to bars and but I used to buy 40s. I didn't go and sit there for hours. I would just walk in and buy 40s and roll.
Yeah,
And they're like, "Hey, you're 21." Yeah.
And you got brothers
We-
too
Yeah,
to back you
got-
up.
Yeah,
this was
and you
also
roll.
the '80s.
You had John and Mark to back you up
Early
too when you walk
90s.
in there.
But like the bar he's talking about, like
It's like quick,
I was
Rob,
going,
crank up your Model T before
I was
they
there
figure it
like ever since I was like 18, 19. You know what I mean?
Yeah, did you get in your Pontiac and drive away?
I did.
They,
have
they
a
made
Pontiac.
Pontiacs.
I knew you.
I had
They
a
made
seven- I had a
Pontiacs when you were in high
79
school.
Pontiac Grand Prix
Yeah.
with Chip Brown.
Oh, that car was sweet.
But like there, I was there all the time hanging out. So the owner thought I was 21 because he'd be like, "Hey, you want a beer?" And I'd be like, "Sure." And I'd sit there and drink beer. You want another? Yeah, sure. And then like it was there, and then all of a sudden it was my 21st birthday, and like we was having a party there, and he was like, "So how old are you now?" I'm like 24, and I'm like, "No, 21." And he's just like, 21? Like you've been coming here for like 3 years? And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You've been drinking beer here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "You never asked me my age. You just asked me if I wanted a beer." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I wasn't going to turn it down.
Yeah,
you
no.
know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no.
Well, the best part was
Forbidden rolling.
the best
rocks.
part is what he told you is like put your hand out.
Yeah. Slap my hands like, "Don't lie to me ever again." Like, that's good.
Listen, he's so cool with the owner that his picture is in front of where he sits of him and Hank Jr.
That's badass.
Which, by the way, me and Chris were listening to Hank 3 all the way up to Cleveland.
yeah, whole way and back.
So he's playing all these songs. I'm like, I used to hear these songs in high school because you used to play them all the time, middle
like
school,
it.
high school.
Hank
And I
Three's
told him,
one of my
I was like, listen, I said, Rob's actually got to meet Hank 3.
favorites. We was on a bus with him.
That's
Yeah,
badass.
dude, listen.
That was fun.
Twice
Like
you-
his first, yeah. Well, second time really not so much. First time he was there was cool as shit because like that's when he was like relatively still new kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like, like we had everything set up because like it did security and stuff for him, and like his bus pulls in. You know, they had to take the driver up to Washington for him to like stay there and sleep kind of deal. So like he's on the bus with his band guys,
Yeah.
and you know, so like they had like a buffet kind of thing before the show, so everybody
Yeah.
come in and eat. And like he walks off the bus, these people don't even know it. They're standing right next to him in
Yeah.
line. You know, he's getting his food and everything else. Like I knew it because I knew he had real long hair.
Yeah.
But
he
if
looks
you
like
look
a metal,
at him-
he's a metalhead.
Right. If
Yeah.
you look at him any other time, he has it pulled back in a big ponytail.
Yeah.
You know, then he looks like
How
Hank
could
Williams.
you not miss
Yeah.
that Hank Williams Sr. face? Like,
But they didn't know because he had his hair all down. He's in like, you know, his
Plain
little rock
clothes.
clothes kind of thing. And like he's just standing in line getting his food, and like, and I looked at my brother and I'm like, these people don't even know that the guy that they're here to see, he's standing right in line with them getting food, and like he walks out, and I was like, "Hey, doing, Hank?" He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he walks right out the door and
That's
goes on his
badass.
bus and eats. And then like later on, he gets ready for showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dressed the part, and he comes
Yeah.
out and like he does his show and everything. So like at the end, he's like, "Hey, you know, we was helping him like load everything up in a bus,"
Yeah.
and he like, and it was weird like seeing him carrying his own equipment
Yeah, that's crazy.
kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it was like, "No, dude, we'll help you get everything." He's like, "It's the only exercise I get during the thing, so I help him,"
Yeah.
which was kind of cool, like
Yeah,
in a
it's
way.
badass. Like a real artist.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
'cause I
you know what I mean?
you
Because
think
he's
Hank
helped
Jr.
tearing,
helped
he's helped
out carry-
tearing everything down, and he's carrying it to the bus,
Yeah.
and we're like, this is weird. Because
Yeah,
usually,
Hank Jr. probably thinks he's a rock star. Well, he is a rock star, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a queen or
yeah, but
king
I mean,
that.
like a lead singer's usually in there because he's doing autographs and everything.
Yeah.
and he stayed till everybody,
Yeah.
you know, and they got multiple pictures, autographs,
Yeah.
all that stuff, and then like we get everything put away, and then he's like, "So what are you guys doing later?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Probably just going back in and you know sitting at the bar," and he's like, "You guys want to come on a bus?"
That's badass.
And we're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So like we're all in there, and he's like, "Yeah, let me give you a tour," and like he's walking through us everything, and he's like, "Yeah, this is where these guys don't touch their stuff, you know." And them
Yeah.
guys are like already laying in the bunk kind of deal.
Yeah.
And like he takes
mad.
in the back, like it's his room, you know, and it's just like memorabilia of stuff,
Yeah,
you know,
and it-
sitting around, and like it's like right by his bed, and I was looking, I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, you want some of that?" And I was like, "What is it?" And he's like, "Hey, get a spoonful of it." And I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
"No, what is it?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I guarantee you take a spoonful of that, it'll set you right."
Yeah.
And then he finally told me it was like mushrooms and honey.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I would've
Yeah.
took-
Oh shit.
I would have
dude.
took
What-
that
what-
in a heartbeat.
What do they call that? I can't remember the name for it. It's like a mad. There's a name for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like the mad
Mushroom.
honey kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
But that's what it was. It was like magic mushrooms all minced up.
Yeah.
And it was in like a jar of honey.
Yeah.
And that's what he was like, "You take a spoonful of that, you'll be right." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Nah, I don't think I'm going
Dude, you should have, dude. That would have been fucking insane. Like, I don't know. I'm not even a drug guy. I would have did that.
I know.
Hank three, I would be easily.
I wanted
peer
to
pressured
so
by
bad, and it was like, I don't know how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Well,
Hank. Shit in your pants or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because then later on, I had to go drive up to go get his driver and bring his driver
Yeah.
back, and
Dude, listen, you go out to Rinky Dinks, that is a whole vibe.
Yeah.
Like you guys,
Should I come down there?
like I know Josh would know what I'm talking about. Maybe you,
What do you mean?
like, because it's like I call it the real deal honky tonk. Like
I
they
did
have
that
a
shit, dude. I
huge
used to go
giant
Ghost Riders
photo.
all the time, man.
Yeah, but they have a huge giant photo of
Yeah.
Hank Williams Sr. like
Yeah.
posing or whatever, and it says Hank, and they have a plaque that says Hank Jr. or Hank Sr. is still the king of this honky tonk.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like,
Supposedly, you know, my family is all from like Wheeling and like Burgettstown, my dad's side.
oh okay,
And my like great aunt was driven home on his tour bus because
Did-
my like great grandfather was like a fucking like bluegrass and country music promoter. or
Well,
something
didn't
like
your-
that, yeah.
didn't your dad?
they
poop
did like
in,
the Wheeling Jamboree and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
down
yeah,
there.
yeah. My dad has a whole story about how he went down there when he was little for a funeral for my great grandmother's like mother died or whatever, and my great grandfather didn't like him very much. It was like, tell your grandmother that you're hungry. He goes, by 8. He goes, no, tell him. And they left and went to see Conway Twitty at the Jamboree or whatever and came back.
I can't
You
blame
guys are
him,
like
dude.
my dad.
Dude, Conway. Dude,
Yeah.
First of all, get your dad on the pod.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, get your dad on the pod, man.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with your dad now.
Yeah, you can come hang out. I don't know about a pod, but you can come hang out.
We'll be
with
sitting
him.
there listening to old country music, yelling.
Yeah, I don't even
all
know,
kinds
dude.
of stuff.
It would just be listening to Buck Cherry Crazy Bitch on replay. It's fucking style. And like if you like Charlie Daniels, buckle in.
Yo,
Like, that's the
listen.
2 things he listens to. That, Eminem, and fucking Crazy Bitch.
That crazy bitch. I used to have that as like a ringtone.
Everyone did. Everyone did.
Yeah.
I'm about
Yeah.
to kill. I don't know who should kill my wife or my dog.
So what happened? Did your dog shit all over the place?
No, she just ate like half the 3 pounds of salmon,
Oh, she was a hungry girl.
and then she ate the
salmon.
rice, and then that's what fell. That fell was she was in the rice and it fell off the stove.
Yeah.
And then I looked at my wife. I was just like, you know that she'll eat that, so like put it in the back of the stove.
They're just fish in a rice cake.
And then
She's
she
trying
goes,
to
"Why
make
didn't you
major
see it?" I'm
games.
like, "Well, you turned the light off, so I can't see my dog. Like I can see. If my dog jumped up now, I could fucking see it. So I'm fuming.
She's a
She'll be
German attack dog trained to kill salmon.
Dude,
like
listen,
that,
there's
we
nothing.
did
that
a
stuff
sur-
in the foil. You guys gonna come back out.
Yeah.
Well, my fear is that it's sriracha honey on top, and like
Yeah.
that might fuck up her stomach.
Yeah, get ready for
Good
nightmare
for her.
shits all over your
what you
home.
get.
Yeah,
dog.
That's
she's
what
gonna
you get for
she's
for
gonna have
doing
the hot
stuff.
shits all night long.
Dude, listen.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, you'll just shoot her.
She's gonna be scooting, dude. She's gonna be scooting.
Butt scooting.
This is a human-sized dog. It's gonna be scooting hard.
Didn't you give Bernie the pug? Did you give him like the skin off of like chicken or something? And he just like diarrhea.
Yeah,
sprayed
he hot
dirt?
shit that across the floor. Like
dude.
legit, like projectile.
Dude, listen, Bernard's cool.
What's
I don't
funny
care.
though is that just the honey and sriracha would screw up her stomach because salmon and rice, like just white
Yeah,
rice, is just like what dogs can eat.
Yeah, that's good for them. That
So
helps
like
us to
she
get-
might actually take a nice poop outside of the.
You just gave her a cleanse, dude. Andy knows
I
what
hope
happened
not.
to me recently.
Oh yeah, your dog shit on you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
my
yeah,
dog Ellie.
He had a
was
whole
like,
podcast about his dog shitting in his bed.
She
It's
is
hilarious.
a beautiful dog. I love her so much. That is like my baby.
Now you
She's
felt like now you know how Johnny Depp felt.
yeah, hell yeah. No, yeah.
Bernard
she never
did
heard
that
of
to
me.
me.
Yeah,
Bernard did that. He came upstairs the one time. That's why he's not allowed upstairs no more.
Oh,
Because
his dog got shit on you, too.
dude.
he hopped in the bed and he's just being cool and he's laying down me. Then I see him like get down and go upstairs. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is on my leg? And I look down at just shit.
Yeah, it's shitting around
all
like
down
Ellie,
my
dude.
leg. I'm like, you mother. And I was like, what did you do?
What kind-
He got
And
an extra
he
treat.
already
He
knew
got an extra treat
What
that
kind of
day.
what kind of dog is Burner?
He's a pug.
He's a pug.
Pug, dude. Okay, well I have it's like beagle and I think half coyote. She's like probably like 60 pounds, dude.
half coyote.
Yeah, dude. She's that's what I was told. She's some dog from the woods,
Or
right?
is-
So basically, she's
Yeah.
like a coy dog.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey,
Yeah.
or as John says, them
Eh,
coyotes.
And she is like my baby, dude. She's like laying next to me in bed every night. She started coming in, and I sleep in the guest room because I come home at like 3 a.m. from stand up. So Elizabeth goes to bed. She gets up, does her own thing. I go to the other room. She never had dogs in bed, so I'm like, no, I'm bringing my dogs in bed. So I pet her to sleep every night. And the other day, I'm laying there, and I wake up. I'm like, what the fuck is my arm so hot for? It felt like I had it inside of like a heating pad. Like, what the hell? And I slide my hand up, and it just felt wet. And I look, it was a hot lava diarrhea shit from my elbow to my wrist. Like, I was so upset, dude. And then I had a coupon for like $3 off a Sheets meatball sub, and the marinara was about the same fucking consistency. It was fucking horrible. Why are you looking at I-30? What is this?
Oh yeah, immigration stuff.
I thought you were looking at a road.
No, I was googling how bad this sriracha is gonna fuck up my dog. It's gonna be. She's.
What the fuck does that have to do with immigration?
That's just it's tabs, bro. I
Oh, okay.
Tabs. I close
Sorry.
one tab.
Oh,
you look.
I was
the
By
like,
the
you
way,
gotta
did you look
import
up the
your
honey
dog's
one?
asshole to America.
Did you look at the mushroom honey one?
Yeah, it didn't have a name. It just kept bringing up honey mushrooms, which are incredibly toxic. And you
No,
should eat.
it's like golden fucking something. I
Golden
can't remember.
God.
They talk about it on Joe Rogan all the time.
Well, I heard, I always heard him talk about the honey or whatever. Was it the psychedelic
Is it
honey?
royal? It's not royal honey. It's, yeah, mad honey.
Which they said they tried it,
Comes from the bees up in the mountains.
yeah.
but they said they tried it and they're like, he goes, it don't do nothing. And I'm like, you say that, sir, but you're also the advocate for DMT.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, this won't mess you. He's almost like our cousin Mikey. Like, it won't mess you up too
I was
bad.
wondering who it was. Yeah,
Like this is
he looks like a guy with shave points. Yeah.
that's what he looked like when I seen him then, but he was like a little bit younger.
Hold
Kind
your
of had
mic
like
up.
the Tom Selleck beard, kind of mustache.
You know what's
kinda.
funny too is that everyone
He was
knows
like
the story.
6'8" kind of deal.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's a
Everyone
big
knows the
dude.
story, but no one cares. You know what I mean? Like these days.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick now.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. You don't think that's happening now?
It happens all the fucking
I
time.
just went on an NBA down an NBA rabbit hole for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, look at UFC.
Why
don't
do you think all of a sudden like the betting thing all of a sudden became a thing for like sports and NFL and
Look at UFC.
'cause like I said, Vegas wouldn't take like the bets before,
Yeah. The house
but
always
now
wins.
it's
They have a
like
way to,
so
yeah.
much that
well, didn't you say
they're
that,
making
like,
so much money off of. Like you said, they was making too much money for them not to let everybody else in them to make more money.
And not just that,
and
but, like,
Barstools?
the
I mean,
live betting is what's
Right.
Yeah.
most ruthless. Is
I mean,
like
I think Barstools did it the best because it's like people are going to do this anyway. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Like
Yeah,
if
they-
you're going to gamble, you're going to gamble about
you
something.
either do it out in the open or you do it behind closed
Yeah,
doors.
it's the same
Either
thing
way,
with
yeah.
weed.
somebody's
Like everybody
making-
smokes weed. Like why don't you just make it legal?
Well, me and
Because
Josh
everybody
are,
does it.
me
They
and
can't-
Josh are good. We're good virgin Christians. We've never smoked weed in our life. I don't know about you. you
Well, no,
dirtbag.
I'm just saying. Like for instance, like everybody's like
Because
you
until
can't.
until they find
I've
out
never
how
even
much-
drank alcohol.
we're not gonna mix weed and gambling, dude. Okay, because gambling is like fun. You would wager with your friends, but then you would never go find a bookie. But now that's in your face, you're like, you know what? Maybe I will throw in a fucking 3-team parlay. Then you like it. And then
Well,
guess
what about fucking-
You lose 40 grand like my buddy.
What about
okay?
what about crypto, dude? I'm so addicted to like I gotta stay the fuck off Robinhood.
I've
Dude,
never-
I
I try to
I've
short
never
that
messed
shit so
with that.
hard.
Shout out Blake, dude.
Dude.
Blake's back on the crypto.
I've
yeah,
never
I-
messed with it because I seriously don't understand
I
it.
don't
And every
either.
time I look at it, I'm like, this is a scam.
I was trying to short my
And I
way
don't
up.
touch it.
I
So I
tried
had
the
700
Bitcoin
for
thing, it didn't work.
I had 704
lost
Dogecoins, right? Dogecoin shares, and then I was shorting it. Then Elizabeth came up and decided to have a drunken fight in the middle of the night, and in that time period, I lost about 15 fucking Dogecoin.
There was-
I was heavily,
How much was that?
like $2.
Oh.
But I was
was a
very
guy-
upset. But it's going up to $1, dude. I probably just lost out.
There
on
was a
15
guy I
bucks.
worked
You
with,
fucking
like
kidding me?
when that stuff first came out, he put $10,000 of his own money into it. So like he's like, and I bought like millions of shares,
Yeah.
and he was like, and I watched it go from, from 0.001, of a penny kind of thing, all the way up to where he's like, if I would have held on to it for a year, I would have made like $5 million. He goes, but I waited until it got up to, I think he said he made his money back plus like another 15,000. And he's like, and then I sold it.
But that's like the
He's
probably
like,
the
if I
smart way.
would
That's
have
the
waited,
reasonable way.
he's like, if I would have waited for that full year, he goes, I would have had like $5 million and been done.
So I put $200 in, and I kept shorting it over, which I guess is like a piece of shit thing to do, but whatever. I kept shorting it over and over and over again. Like I would watch it like peak and start to dip. I would sell it. I would buy at the bottom, and we go up. And I got to the point where I was up to like $1,200, $1,300 off of $200. The fucking Elon Musk episode of SNL. Right? Fucking Robinhood crashed. Elon says cryptocurrency is like a sham or something like that. And fucking lost my ass. And by the end of the episode, it was $90. I couldn't unload it. Also, fun fact, that SNL, they stole something from my fucking like cohort at Second City.
Which
So,
one?
like my class.
Which
the
bit was
Elon,
that?
The Elon one, the Elon doctor, like Doc Z or whatever.
Uh-huh.
We had one called Gen Z Hospital. My friend Ryan wrote, and like Chris Rad and everybody was in like the showroom on like Zoom. And the next week it showed up as well as the other class of stuff. So I was double pissed at SNL that weekend.
The part of me always wanted to be on SNL just because you hear like you see in the '90s. Like if you grew up in the '90s, you always
Yeah, it
wanted
was
to be on
sick.
SNL.
I like Bad TV.
However,
That TV was funny.
well, I mean, however,
Saturday Night Live.
after having Jim Brewer on like Rogan and him talking about like the stuff that would happen on SNL, I was like, I don't know if I'd ever want to do that. Just
It's
because,
still cool though. I would still do it, dude. Get $90,000 a year. You can live in New York City and write sketch comedy. Like I would fucking
But
murder
even
for
like
that.
them guys
Did they-
talked about like they didn't even half the time they didn't even do nothing.
yeah, half their
Yeah.
sketches never made it to air, and they were like, we tried, and they're
Yeah,
like,
but that's what you do though. It's just part of that.
Yeah, I mean,
Half the jokes I write don't make it outside of like 2-3 open mics.
by the way, I just found out. Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
What?
You ever watch How
I don't know
Met
why I
Your
yelled
Mother?
that. I think the alcohol.
You'll know why. You ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be an
Episodes,
asshole.
yeah.
You know Robin, the one who plays
Yeah.
in the Avengers movies. You know who she's married to?
Batman.
Taron Killam from SNL.
You know, I haven't talked to him in a while.
He,
and,
he hasn't kept in touch.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You stole from him. I hate you.
He hasn't kept in touch.
Boy, I like how you got all worked up about that. I
Like
have
he's-
no
like
No,
idea.
I
he's a
found,
neighbor.
this, I found this out today because I was listening to Michael Rosenbaum had a podcast,
Yeah, it's like he's a neighbor. Like he hasn't,
and he was.
Yeah.
like he just came over and told
You'll
me.
You
know
know old
exactly
Kevin?
who it
What's
is.
his
name?
Kill him.
Kill him?
Yeah,
Kill him what?
All like Metallica.
like Terrence.
Cillian? That guy? Cillian
No,
Murphy?
that's the guy that won the Oscar. That's
What's
from
his name?
That looks like a famous
Taron?
hitting catcher.
Blinders guy.
How you spell that?
Taren.
So this is a guy. You can tell he grew up with way more money than I did just by that fucking
Taron
name.
what?
Kil. I'll tell you what. Look up the movie
Here,
Killing
I got it,
Gunther.
I got it. Okay, why am I shocked by this?
Because he's married to the woman right there.
Yeah.
He's married to her.
Yeah, it's just two celebrities.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, but like again,
How would we
he's known for SNL.
Yeah.
Has your life changed?
But what I'm saying is
Colin
like
Jost is fucking Scarlett Johansson, right?
that's what I'm saying. Like some
What
dude
do you
who should
mean?
not have.
That's
a
fucking
chance.
crazy, dude.
Andy, you
Eric
need
Williams is
fucking
dating
weight.
Abby Elias, dude.
You
Fucking
need
crazy.
weight. I think we can all agree
No,
on
what
that.
they need to do is just cut all internet access.
just did
for
their
him at all and
podcast,
just
didn't
put
you?
him out there where he.
Not that one. That was
nothing
the other
but
one.
real
The other
world.
Abby Elias.
do that
Joel.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
how
did
was that?
For the Dogs.
How
Hey.
was that?
I was crushing beers, and I'm afraid of what I said.
Was that yesterday?
Well,
was that yesterday?
That's for
yeah,
the dogs.
dude, it was
for
over
you.
3 hours. It was no. Oh yeah, it was with Chuck and Gilkey.
Oh, that's great.
Dude,
yeah,
by
it was
the way,
fucking wild, dude. It was really good.
We gotta give
Just
them a
imagine
shot.
the bridges I burned on that one.
Dude, I've been on that podcast. Creed has been on there. You need to get on there too.
I need to talk
Hell
to
yeah.
the people that do
Just
it.
Joel, dude.
Yeah.
Did you also get your boner pills too?
What?
He didn't give you any boner pills?
No, I don't need boner pills. I'm rock hard right now.
Whoa. I
I'm
didn't
fucking
know
hard
that.
24/7, dude.
The bad part is your fupa covers it, so
Yeah, hell yeah. You want me to pull it up so you could suck it, bitch? Fucking, don't fucking rest
Gotta
this
have a
fupa on
garage
your.
for a Cadillac.
I'll
you
rest
know?
this. I'll rest this fupa on your fucking bald ass forehead, dude. Just don't give me a rug burn underneath.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't want to get infected, dude. It's hard to clean. I'm so fat.
Before I did comedy, I used to go to the Improv all the time,
Yeah,
and I got to go see Tom Arnold,
yeah.
and I actually got to meet Tom Arnold.
Oh, really? How's Tom doing? I haven't talked to him in a
Dude,
while.
he had a great
He's
he had
a
a
good
great
guy.
bit. He had a great bit about where he was making fun of Roseanne. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But like Tom Arnold was cool, but we were like, I took my brother-in-law with me.
Yeah.
And he was like, I just want to know if he's making True Lies too. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you could ask him, and he never asked him. Like he seen I happened to have a Notre Dame hat on at the time. And he was just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, it's a great football team. I'm like,
I know
yeah,
nothing-
sure. I have no.
I know nothing about Notre Dame or football, but
Yeah.
I just wear the hat.
I just watch Rudy a lot.
But I know everything about you,
And
Tom
I'm Irish.
Arnold.
Best scene in Rudy is when they throw footballs at him in the shed and he cries.
First of all, everybody craps on Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold's a cool dude. Like, I actually like him. I think he's funny.
Yeah,
I
we-
think he's kind of annoying.
Yeah, last time I was talking
His
to him, I was
voice-
telling him about you, and he said Andy's gay.
You know,
hey, did you know? Did you know that?
dude, that's what I'm saying. Everybody listens to this podcast just to hear you shit on me. That's all.
No,
they
no, no, no.
goes
I don't
to.
want to do that. You got to be mean back. Be mean to me. Insult
I
me
can't.
right
Be,
now.
I just did. I
Just-
said you had a fupa on. You had a fupa
yeah, but that was
covering
good
your
to be
boner.
meaner, dude.
What do you want me to say? Did
I don't
you,
know, dude.
You have glasses like a 60-year-old man. What do
Yeah,
you want me
look
to
at
tell
you, dude.
I
Fucking-
know. I'm wearing the same glasses.
You
Why
look
would
like
I
a
say
fucking
this?
pedophile librarian. Get the fuck out of here. All right, come on, hit me more, dude. We're sharpening you, dude.
I
You're
can't
gonna
help it, man.
You're
You're
gonna
too-
destroy Johnny T. I feel bad because you've just been just
Dude, listen. Johnny T's not ready for the jokes that I have for him. I'm worried about my friendship with Johnny T.
I
after
love
his-
Johnny T, but I think I think you have a shot, dude. You've
Li-
been
listen.
training with the worst people in the world.
Listen, Rob, when I
plus
read you
sizes
the
that we've been
jokes
called.
that I tell you these jokes from him, you're gonna look at me like I didn't know how you came up with that.
Don't
Like,
read them on it. Read them to him after.
I will read them to you off air.
Yeah,
but
I heard-
these jokes are.
I'm sure I'll
murderous.
probably have to hear him. on the way
Chuck
home.
told me that Johnny actually has some heat coming. I didn't hear him yet, but I don't know. When I talked to him, I think you had him. I don't know now, but like
Hey, hey guys, I got news alert.
News alert,
I don't
news
know if
alert.
you guys knew this.
what 9/11
Did you guys know
happened.
that Taryn Killam married fucking Kobe Smulders?
You
Oh,
know
dude,
what?
Kobe!
You know
I
what?
love Kobe. I haven't talked to him in so long.
Josh, I hope your dog diarrhea shits all over your bed when you're in it.
Who's
Oh
Kobe?
shit, dude, he is mean. now.
Exactly. It's a chick from the Avengers movie.
Dude. Kobe, I love
Dude,
her beef.
first of all, tell me you wouldn't. First of all, look
Yeah,
her up.
yeah,
tell me
basketball
you
player.
wouldn't smash.
Yeah, Kobe,
Well,
yeah.
Never mind, you can't.
Yes, I can say.
No, dude, that-
comment
You're
on this, and
married,
of
sir. You
course.
can't.
What do you mean?
Of
Look like
course.
I'd smash, dude. Like that looks like a dude.
Oh, another celebrity hooking up with another celebrity.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised.
First of all, like,
She looks like Trevor with a shave.
oh my god.
Oh yeah, hot chick that's a celebrity. Yeah, I would never I'd never want to have sex with her. Never. Ooh, gross.
First of all, there's women around here I would, and I still can't.
What, you would have sex with women, Andy? What are you, a misogynist?
No, I'm a straight white male. That's why. That's why I don't get shows in
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
why? What does white have to do with it? You a fucking
change your
racist?
shit up?
Yeah.
I should say I keep trying to play the Irish minority card, but nobody wants to hear
The
that.
Irish minority card.
Because I said that the Irish are the minority of all.
Yeah,
the
you
white
built
people.
trains. You're practically Chinese, Andy.
First of all, we were treated worse than anybody. Like
We.
the Irish.
Dude, no. Hold on. I'm like 1/16th Irish.
Tell me
dude.
something. You could say,
solidarity,
you could say
my brother.
Mick, and no one's going to bleep that, are they?
You gotta bleep that.
Ti-
You gotta bleep that.
We're gonna bleep that.
Hour and 24
Hour
minutes.
24 minutes. I'm gonna mark it down.
No, do not bleep that. You can say
Oh!
Mick.
Oh, we're
Listen,
bleeping
Kid
it.
Rock said it in a song. We're
we
good.
do not accept
Yep.
that word on this podcast.
Nope. We don't like your bigotry, Andy.
All the other words you said were fine, but the next, no.
Yeah.
Oh, we got beep it again.
Also, just gonna throw it out there. Do we want to go do Comedy Scarpace's yet?
Yeah, sure. It is 9:30. Was it hour 24 minutes? I'm marking it down. I gotta be,
mark it
yeah.
down, yeah.
4 minutes.
This is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. This is a great
says
pod.
Racial slur.
Hey, listen, we have only scratched the surface of what this man has like story wise, especially like
No,
story
dude,
wise
I'm a-
on me.
I'm a huge Rob fan, dude.
Dude, listen. So we're in Nashville, right?
Yeah.
This man takes me to Nashville.
Holy shit.
I'm 20.
Did he ever tell you about the time he went to the strip club? His
Yeah,
first
yeah,
one?
Yeah, I told him
There's
that.
so many times that it's really.
The
No,
all
his
black
first
strip club?
Dude,
His
let's
all
take-
No,
black
I just meant
strip
there's
club.
just like a lot of times I get to hear.
Andy, dude, in like a year
I
or
don't think
two,
Andy
when you're
knows
able,
anything
like,
about me.
Because
I
you
know
were
everything about Andy.
because everybody kept everybody parent was
They
like,
kept
tell
busting
your
his balls
brother.
about going into a strip club, and then he was like, he disappears.
No. First
Yeah.
of all,
He
if you're
goes
gonna tell
to
a
strip-
story, tell it right. Because here's what happened: we get there the first night, he gets hammered
yes,
and has to go home.
yes.
Chuck, who is our buddy, he's like, I don't want to leave your brother here. Make him go home by himself. I'll
Yeah.
go with him to make sure. I'm like, you guys go. I'm good down here. So
Yeah, 'cause he's the kind that wanders around wherever somebody tells him. Like if they would have said, like, "Hey, there's a celebrity down there in that hole,"
He'd be like,
he's
oh my
running
God.
down in that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Meanwhile,
I've
they
also
could
had
tell you,
great
they could tell you that if you go down that hole, you're going to knock you in the head and take all your money. I don't give a fuck. There's a celebrity
You
down
mean
that
the
hole.
fourth lead in Die Hard?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Leave
we
Arlo
did that
alone.
one night. We was clear uptown.
I heard there was an extra in this fold down
So-
there.
so-
we,
anyway,
was,
listen.
we was clear uptown, and he's like, "I'll be right back."
no,
And I was like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I got to run downtown." We just got there. We just took an Uber to get
Dude,
there.
Andy went to go see some Cardi B's, dude.
So he goes all the way down there, gets all the way down there, and then he all of a sudden he comes back, and I was like, "Where'd you go?" Somebody walked in the door and they said a certain singer was down there at the bar. So he spent all that time to just drive down there, but then he found out that they wasn't there. So then he had to come back. And I was like, seriously, you spent all that money just to go down there, and they wasn't there in the first place.
Andy, is this when you saw some Meg Thee Stallions and Cardi B's?
yes. So
And you're
listen,
worried
I-
about me getting awkward around
so-
Matt McCusker because I wanted to give him candles, but you
Yeah.
literally will pay money to just view a person at a bar.
I got to see him. They're a celebrity.
Well, I mean, that's all you did, dude. You bought tickets to go view a man for an hour.
Yeah.
But
Andy went to a titty bar. At least that's straight.
yeah, hold up. Here, no,
But he was dropping
Hold
like
up. Here's-
bad money.
yeah, here's what happened.
didn't realize.
Here's what
paid
happened.
Surge
Yeah.
price.
No, here's what happened. So he gets there the first night, and the rule is when you go to Nashville,
You get drunk the first night.
Yeah.
But then
And then-
the rest of the night, like I was telling you earlier about the $1 million nights where you can just drink and drink
Yeah,
and drink.
pound it out,
That's
yeah.
why you get drunk the first night. Then the rest of the time you're there,
You just
you
ride that
party
same
all day
bus.
long, and then you're never drunk.
You just stay drunk.
yeah, you just stay drunk the whole night, and you just ride the buzz the whole night. So
Yeah.
The whole
he
week.
gets hammered, and he goes back to the hotel. And I said, "You do." I said, I can still drink. I'm good." So I'm still drinking, and I get in the cab, and the guy goes, "Where do you want to go?" And I was like, "Man, I didn't get to see no titties." And I goes, "Titties? I take you to go see titties." So he takes me to this place called Cabaret Royale.
All right.
I walk in, and there's these dudes out there smoking, like, before I walk in.
Newports.
And they're looking at me going, motherfucker. Like, and they just see, and I'm like, hi, guys. And as I'm walking in, like, because I'm super friendly when I'm drinking,
Yeah.
you know. So I
you're
walk
like the
in.
nicest
I walk
guy.
in and sit in the last row that they have, like, watching the stage. And I walk in, and I just plop down in the chair. And the whole guy stopped watching the dancer to turn around and look at the lone white dude.
Yeah, finally, bigger titties.
The lone white dude in this place. And of course the strippers it was like Predator. They just turned and looked and saw me and was like, first one at him.
It's like a moth to a flame kind of.
Right.
Yeah,
And
dude.
so this girl's like, hey, do you want to get a dance? I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, I don't know what's going on. So she's like, yeah, it's like $200 a pop. And I'm like, I get like $400. Yeah, I get $400 on the mac
Andy,
machine.
did you pop?
Hold up.
$40.
No, I'm sorry. Was it $800 I spent that night?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
800.
He was
800
tipping
bucks.
like
You know what kind of sick RC car you
when
could have had?
But you have to understand, I didn't know that when it was $800 because it
on the
was
stage. You give
Yeah.
him like
200
singles.
Yeah.
He's dropping 20s.
That's like crazy, dude. Do you know Andy could have bought like the sickest drone possible? Instead, he just
in
Got hard.
2014.
blew balls.
But so what I did was like
Beat off in the shower.
I
at the
paid-
hotel.
yeah, dude.
I paid
I had to
$200.
shower.
No, I
Yeah,
paid
damn, dude, you have
$200.
sticky feet.
It was $60 to get $200 out. Like it was one of those like you're
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah.
You don't see the ATM fee where it's like $40 or whatever.
I would
So
be like,
I take the
not
money
doing
out,
this.
pay for the dance.
Yeah.
She's in there dancing or whatever, and she goes, "You like what you see?" I'm like, "I can't see anything because it's dark in here."
No shit.
I couldn't see nothing because the lights were off, and she's dancing. She's like fully like
Andy,
nude.
you realize
I
for
can't
your
see
ATM service
nothing.
fee, you could have got sucked off by a crackhead down the street.
You know, you
$40
can,
going
you
right.
can literally go to the Dallas Pike and get that.
It's the reason why I don't.
It's
go,
a whole lot
it's
cheaper.
the reason why I don't go to strip clubs. But I'm
You
I'm
realize
sitting there
you
and
could
she
just
goes,
look
"Do
in
you
the
like
mirror
what
your
you
own
see?" And I
titties
was
and
like,
probably
"I
same
can't
way."
see nothing because it's dark in here." And she goes, "You're blind." I was like, "How about you turn the lights on? Maybe that I could see better."
Yeah, damn, dude.
Keep in mind.
Oh,
she
there's some
was-
racial undertones in this
No,
one.
Keep in mind, no, it was a white
Did
girl.
you tell her to smile?
It was a white girl. I did get a dance from a black girl,
Oh, why not?
and she was awesome. Like she was great at her job. But I called the
Yeah.
same cab driver to pick me up. He's like, "You like what you see in there?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's alright." Like,
Yeah, let me see your pee.
dude, listen. There's so many
check.
Nashville stories we can't fit it on one pod. Like,
Dude, we gotta do comedy in Nashville, dude.
dude, the
Nashville.
time I
Like,
got
do it-
hung
do
up,
Nashville was a good time.
dude, the time I got hammered. I threw up in the bed. He was in the bathroom. He comes and goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Grabs my ass up, dude, throws me in the shower. I'm washing my face off. I'm hammered drunk. That was the time I blew past the door.
in the bed.
Yeah.
Like
That's not
I
good.
get up to go to the bathroom and I look.
Oh,
and
you're
I was
getting
like,
a fee, dude.
He's like laying in the bed like this, and it's just bubbling.
That's
by
like the
his
shit
face, and I was
Dare
like,
showed
"What
us."
are you doing?" And then the other time you go in, he does this mysterious where, like, I woke up and I'm like, "Where the fuck did he go?" Because he's gone. There's like nobody. Like I heard him come in, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking like he's fucked up. He's just wandering around the hotel.
Yeah.
No, he's in the fucking shower. He has the hot water running.
Yeah.
It's running for 4 fucking
Yeah.
hours.
I'm
4
laying
hours.
there with the hot
there
water
was so
just
much.
laying there hitting me.
There was so
I'm
much
curled up in the-
condensation
Yeah.
that it was literally this condensation was coming out into the room to
That's
where the
funny as
carpet
fuck.
was wet because he had so much. And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Dude, one of my buddies
I was
did
like,
that.
"You drowned this way."
One of my buddies
100%
that-
true story.
He's literally just laying in there sleep.
One of my buddies did that where he kept doing it like every party we would go to. He kept turning on the shower and then falling asleep in it with all of his clothes on. Like, he just kept
I
like,
did do
fucking-
it. I did do
you-
it like unclothed.
So
I
dick's
was
out.
smarter
Dick's
than
out
that.
at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I wasn't going in there. And
No,
dragging
he
him
just
out.
pounded on
Fuck
the door.
you.
Goes, "Are you alive in there?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Dude, you've been in there for 4 hours."
Yeah.
Like
I'm
it,
like,
it was
"My
just
bad."
like the hotel's out of water.
Yeah, he's the
condensation.
He's the cleanest boy in this joint.
It worked.
Yeah.
I mean, but the next day I felt fine.
Yeah,
yeah,
'Cause
because
you
you were
sweat everything out.
hydrated from drinking the moisture when you breathe.
It went through his gills.
Yeah, dude. Andy has gills
No,
and swims.
First of all, you have to angle the
are you a
shower right.
mermaid?
I was thinking about your joke from the other pod.
Yeah.
The one you tried at Scarps and killed, and then it bombed everywhere.
Yeah, it bombed everywhere else.
Nashville's a good time to go down there and party if you do it.
I did a
Well, you gotta go
I did a
Losers.
show there and
Losers
left
is the
immediately. I
best.
was sad I didn't have time, dude. I
Oh,
had to go to.
dude.
to
I've been going
I went to
down.
a
I've
weed
been going
shop.
down
I did a
Nashville
weed shop
since
show.
like 2005.
Yeah,
Like when I worked at my one job because they would shut down from like Christmas until New Year's.
yeah,
So like I would leave like Christmas
Hashtag
night
fuck Perryman.
straight down.
Yeah, and then just
I
party.
would party down there the whole.
it's a cool city. It's like a cool Pittsburgh.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was good before, but now it's so tourist
Dude, you ever go on
driven that it's terrible.
what's that Instagram page like? Freaks of Broadway or something like that. Broadway.
Oh,
Gone
yeah,
Wild,
you-
whatever.
Broadway
Go look
Uncensored,
That,
that's
yeah, go
one
look
you
up
need.
Broadway Uncensored. It's
My first year there, like it was like the weirdest weirdest thing because I was like big time, really first time like big city kind of partying kind of deal. So like first time there, like 2 days in, like I meet this chick. Like I meet her out on the street, right?
Yeah.
Cool
A streetwalker.
No, she was just like
No,
this
no,
cool
it
chick.
was no prostitute.
I was standing outside this bar smoking, and she come up, "Hey, can I get a cigarette off you?" Yeah, I'm okay. Give her a cigarette. But she's like one of them people that when she took a cigarette, like she put two of them behind her ear,
Yeah.
put two of them in her purse,
Yeah.
and still take a cigarette.
Yeah,
So she get like 7 of them
yeah,
off you
stalking
before
out,
it's done,
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like she was like, "Hey, you want to hang out?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'll show you around town." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So every bar we went to, meanwhile, on the strip, both sides, you got 26 bars.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Every bar we went to, she walked in, they was like, nope,
Oh, shit.
nope.
Oh,
and I
shit.
was like, what the hell is this? And she's like, I'm with him. And they're like, okay. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
what? Like the one bar, as soon as we walked in, that guy goes, nope, we ain't doing this shit tonight.
Yeah.
We ain't having none of this. And she goes, I'm with him. And that guy's like, good luck. And I was
Buckle
like-
up. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck's going on here with this chick? So, like, we're all day long partying kind of deal, bouncing bar to bar kind of thing. Like, later on, she's like, so, like, I'm staying with you tonight. And I was like, okay, cool. We walk all the way up to the hotel and
Yeah.
everything. We do everything. Like, I wake up, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, I look over and like, okay, this bitch is already gone. No, I look over the side of the bed. She's sitting on the floor. And she's got a roll of toilet paper. And she's just tearing this shit up. And she's rocking.
Oh, no.
Like, I was like,
Oh, no.
good over there? Like, kind of deal. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is she doing? She's just tearing up fucking toilet. And she's rocking back and
Yeah.
forth kind of deal. And I'm thinking, like,
Get the fuck out.
right. And I was like, what kind of crazy shit is this bitch doing?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, where's my wallet? Where's my keys?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, she's going to rob me fucking blind. But I'm drunk as shit.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm kind of not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
I wake up the next morning. Everything's cleaned up.
Yeah.
My keys, my wallet, everything's still there. Never took nothing. Except for the condoms and the paper that she tore up.
Wait, so you use condoms?
Yes.
You're a,
She stole them. The
She's-
used ones.
Oh, no.
The used ones. Plus the
have
toilet
a-
paper and everything she tore up. Took
There's
everything.
Some, there's some
Gone.
little hosses in Nashville.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
I was like,
But
why?
meanwhile,
I was like,
it-
do I have a kid somewhere in Nashville? Because like she took all the rubbers and everything that was used.
Damn, dude, this is going to flush.
I was like, this is the weirdest thing that's ever happened.
pumping
But
down.
the chick fucking ruined me because like she did shit that it was just like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like literally, this chick could suck your dick like
From the back.
like a minute in.
Yeah.
I was cooing like a fucking shaky ghost. I'm not shitting you. Like a shaky ghost. She like as soon as she started in, I was like, like it was fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like my toes was like they was curling like up underneath kind of
Yeah.
deal. It was like
Oh,
the
you went
witch's
straight
foot on.
Chinese dancer?
It was like the witch's toes on Dorothy. Like how
Yeah.
they sucked in one under the
Yeah.
bed. It was kind of like that.
She sucked
Damn.
the soul out of you.
Oh, it like fucking ruined me forever.
Dude, maybe she's like cum voodoo doll for
Yeah,
him.
succubus. That's what
Yeah.
that was. You were
I
right,
don't
the
know.
succubus, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know,
Been
but
the
I've
same since, right?
but every year that I've went down there from 2005 until 2015, I've searched for her, and, like
Yeah.
hoping I'd run into her again.
Yeah.
She's probably dead
Yeah.
somewhere, like in an alley.
But it just threw me
That
off
would not be
because
covered in his.
every
fucking
bar we
genetic
went to,
seed.
they was like, "Nope, you ain't getting in here," and I was like, "What the hell's the deal with this girl?"
there's some 8-foot
Like,
giant
what-
walking
what the
around
hell? Like-
Nashville, and you'd be like, "Yeah, that's my kid."
Did you ever go to Austin before?
No, I
You
want
guys
to.
see, it's 6th Street is dystopian Broadway. It's so fucking insane, dude. It's like somehow more degenerate.
Dude, I'm telling
It's
you,
fucking insane, dude. If I can like pull it off and move there, you guys should come down and
if
be
we
hammered.
ever,
I would love to go to Texas.
Yeah, it's
That's like
fucking
one
cool.
of my bucket list kind of things.
I loved Austin.
I've only
dude.
flown through, and I went to Amarillo, which Amarillo sucks.
Yeah.
I went there for a crappy wedding that was annoying.
It's like New Orleans. Like we went down there for that, and New Orleans was kind of cool. But like
Yeah.
we went down like right after Katrina kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I
so
mean,
it was
that
kind of
kinda- that kind of
sketchy.
was fun.
Oh, the
Yeah.
water went out, and you're like,
Would you
"Time
wear
for
your
me to come back in?"
Did you wear your Payless water shoes?
But like it was like sketchier then because like shit was like blocked off kind
Yeah.
of thing. You couldn't go here, couldn't go there. But like like we went to them like different bars and stuff that
Yeah.
he was like, oh, you got to try this.
Yeah, you get
And it was like
hurricane
vampire
or
bar.
whatever, tornado, whatever. Yeah,
And we went to that vampire bar, and like you go down there, and it was like, you know, everything's like red, black kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they get the creepies like hanging out in the back.
yeah.
And they're like, yeah, check it out. And I'm like, I ain't fucking going back here.
Dude, when I was in
Because then people like live that lifestyle
yeah, no,
like
they're fucking
vampire.
weird. When I went to Amsterdam, they had a cannibal bar. They're like, hey, what's there to eat here? It's like, oh, you have Turkish pizza here, and you have a burger place here, and there's also the cannibal bar over there. I'm like, I don't even give a fuck if that's a joke. I think some people here really want that shit, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
a bunch of weird
Exactly.
goths fucking hanging out and shit. It was bizarre.
But that's what they were. They were like
Yeah.
weird. Like
Yeah.
the vampire ones. I was like, okay, I get it. It's like a theme
Yeah.
kind of bar. But then
Like chicks that queef bats, yeah.
yeah, like we was there and we thought like, okay, it's just like them sitting like in the bar kind of thing, and like we watched them, and then they was
Spooky
like I'm like
bitches.
looking around like in the back, and like you just see like something move,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden like they would like get up and come up and get a drink, and I was like, they've been back here the whole fucking time.
Weird.
Like, and then you would look at them and they'd be like all dressed,
Yeah.
like they was dressed up as that. I'm like, is this like part of the theme or these? And they was like, no, these people actually like
Believe
think
it.
that they're they don't come
That's a
out of here.
weird
till-
fucking group of people. That whole city's fucking weird. The whole
Yeah.
city's haunted. I don't give a fuck, dude. They're all like Satanists and shit.
I like how you went there and it wasn't even dry yet.
So like,
Yeah.
you got to hear this. This might be our last story because we are going long for our
Yeah,
pod.
dude, how long are we at this?
An hour and 40 minutes.
Jesus
right.
Christ, dude. It's like a Ford of the Dogs.
I know, I was-
podcast.
It's worth it. It's worth it because we're getting great content.
Okay, let's get this content.
All right. So
Give me
the
this
last story we
content.
have.
Yeah, last
is
story.
The time I helped you move back from Nashville.
Oh shit, you live down there?
So he used to. No, I'm sorry, from Louisiana.
Orleans.
New
Oh
Orleans.
shit, yeah,
So he moved down there. He met this girl,
yeah,
and I helped, and we
Sucked
helped
the
him
soul
pack
out of you,
everything
too.
up.
yeah. Was she?
But it was on his own
Yeah.
to unpack when he got down there. So
Bobby Boucher's mom.
it was probably what 9 months you lived down
Yeah.
there. So
Oh,
about
yeah.
9 months he lived down there.
Yeah,
He was like, "Hey,
real convenient time.
He goes-
Wow.
yeah, it was like what I was in high school still.
It was right around like 2000.
2008?
It was like during the
Yeah.
recession, 2008.
Somebody stole some
2009.
condoms. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Right. So I help. So I go to. He goes, "Hey, listen, I'm going to drive back."
Yeah.
He goes, "You and our cousin Mikey are going to drive down and like help me pack up, and we're going to move
Yeah.
back." I was like, "All right, no big deal." We get down there, we get everything packed up,
Yes.
like pretty much the first like right away. He has still a case of Budweiser
Oh shit.
left in the
Yeah.
fridge. You remember that?
Case race on the highway.
He's looking at me like, "Why are you telling this story? You're embarrassing yourself."
Yeah.
But you
I mean, I don't know where it's going yet.
don't have this on.
And I call
Thank
now
God
Andy
your
shit
phone
himself.
broke. The video is still not there.
Yeah.
So we sit around, we're drinking beer, and it's the first time I'm drunk.
Yeah.
It's the first
Yeah,
time
'cause
ever.
He's like 16.
No, I was 18.
No, he wasn't even that old.
Barely
yeah, I was
legal
16.
teen.
So I'm drinking beers with him.
Yeah.
You know, thinking I'm cool.
Yeah, you are cool, Andy.
I wasn't cool. So I'm sitting there with
cool.
him, and they were talking
Nothing's
about.
cooler than underage
They're talking about
drinking.
like what if scenarios. Like, dude, you ever see this video of someone farting and whatever? Like, oh hey, did you ever watch those videos where people fart and it's like they put baby powder on the thing and you see the poof, the cloud when they fart?
Okay.
So we're laughing about that, and so he's jokingly saying like, "Hey, Mikey, you ought to go fart in his face."
Yeah, do it,
And
Mikey.
like we'll record it and we'll laugh about it.
Okay.
And so like we were just recording all these scenarios. Eventually, it boils down to, "Hey, Andy, why don't you get under a blanket, let Mikey fart,
So basically,
and just
like
see what you and
crop
we'll record
dusting,
it."
you know, like
Like
what's that,
Dutch
oven kind of thing.
So I'm drunk and I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it for a laugh."
Okay.
So I
not,
get
not a
another
sexual
blanket.
offense at all, Andy. Yeah. Okay.
There's a video of my cousin. He just fucking rips one.
So he gets under the blanket. And then my cousin's sitting there, and he's like trying to work one up. Kind of. Meanwhile, he's hanging out there the whole time underneath the blanket by his ass. And then all of a sudden, you just hear like, "Bert," and then all of a sudden, you like see the blanket do like a. And he's like,
You just
trying
see
to
my
kick out of
arms
the blanket.
flailing
Did you
in
get
the
pink?
air.
Did you,
my
Andy? Did you
God.
get pink eye?
No, we laughed because it wasn't like he was still like everything was clothed and
Yeah.
covered, whatever. But we laughed. He had the video of it for years, and he held this over my head like, "Keep it up, I'll show Mom the video."
Yeah, it's perfect blackmail.
Yeah.
And
That's
it was the
blackmail.
best blackmail because he would show it to people. Like we went to the family reunion, they were showing everybody,
Yeah.
and you could hear that, and you just hear. As soon as they see the arms flailing, everyone
you hear,
loses
"Oh
it.
my god!" And then the blanket's flailing, and he's trying to get out of it, and he can't get out. It looked like a dog underneath the blanket.
Yeah, I was going because it was bad. Like
Andy's just down there doing Helen Keller
but you have
foils.
to know Mikey. Like Mikey's a podcast. Like you almost have to have Mikey on a podcast, but
Where's
like
Mikey live at?
Mariana, PA.
Okay, let's bring him on.
Dude,
Well, that was like the bad thing. Like the girl I went down there with,
Yeah.
she was telling me like, oh, you know, my family's like Cajun. You know, they
Yeah.
speak in like, you know,
Yeah,
the-
Creole or whatever.
Right.
The fuck, yeah.
So she didn't tell me about her mother.
Yeah.
Right. So like first time I meet her mother, you know, she's talking to me and I was like, fuck, I can't understand a goddamn
Yeah.
word she's saying. Like I'm thinking like her
Yeah,
accent.
they go shit.
Yeah,
I lived
and
in
that's what I
Arkansas. They would
thought.
come up there. Yeah.
Well, like so we get back in the car and she's like, oh, I seen you talking to my mother, and I was like, yeah. And I was
Something
like,
about
she's like,
NASCAR,
what'd
I
you
don't
think? And I was like, I couldn't understand a word she was saying.
Yeah.
And she's like, my mother answered you? And I was like, I don't know. She kept talking, and I just kept shaking my head because I didn't understand what she was saying.
She curse you.
And she's like, you know, my mother's deaf, right?
Oh, that's.
And I was like, no. I said, I thought it was just her accent. Because
Yeah.
you know how, like, that Marley Matley talks, like, hey, how you doing? That's what she was. And I thought it was just her Cajun. I thought it was just her Cajun accent.
Hey, Rob, do you want to eat
Yeah.
some mud bugs?
you want to
And she just kept talking, like, in the way. And I was like, man, her Cajun accent's, like, fucking
That is
deep.
so
Like,
fucking
I couldn't
Dude, that
understand
is
what she was
stand-up
saying.
right there,
Dude,
yeah.
he's like, my mother's deaf. And I was like, why didn't you tell me that before?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't catch it. Like, I thought it was just her accent.
She's like, I don't know what you're saying. It's like, sounds French.
Never talked to a deaf person before. Man, that's some Napoleonic.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, damn.
Dude,
This
you
is some Bayou talk.
You gave her
Your
the
accent is so thick, I
She
couldn't
hit you
understand.
with-
She's like, yeah, she's deaf. That's the way she talks. I was like, I thought it was just her accent.
dude. She hit you with the Deaf Louie.
Yeah.
By the way, I went to Comic Con.
Yes.
Met Lou Ferrigno.
Very sick.
He tells me, he goes,
How's
when
Lou
you go
doing?
there, he goes, when you meet Lou, he goes, call him Deaf Louie. Because if you don't know this, Lou Ferrigno
Yeah, he
is
has
deaf
hear- he
in
has
like
hearing
the right
aids,
ear
yeah.
or
Yeah.
something. Like
I saw him at the Army.
But when he was
he's
a
like,
kid,
"Hey, how you doing?
when he was a kid, the kids used to call him Deaf Louie all the time.
You're going to get your ass beat by the Hulk.
That's what I told him.
That's what I'm
I said,
saying. Like the
I
Hulk,
said,
the
just
Hulk
walk up
stopped
and
me
just
to the
keep
ground.
going. How you doing there, Deaf Louie? How you doing, Deaf Louie?
Yeah.
What have you
I was
done?
like,
I
then he
don't like
walks out
that.
and just beats the shit out of you.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Let's wrap this bitch up.
Let's wrap it up.
I got to piss like a diabetic racer.
All right. Black tequila.
Yeah.
We're out.
Gang, burn bridges or die. Fuck you.
See you,
Good night.
boys.
Say bye, Hoss.
Bye.
Bye, Haas.